All right, hello everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. My chair feels really weirdly low. Oh, it's really low. I've got some hat hair. I have not been making a lot of content lately for good reason. I've been on a journey to find myself. That journey is going to continue with some help from the Legends of Runeterra climb. Looking forward to that a lot. Minoshi, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Really appreciate it. You'll show me really low. Is that a threat? A very strangely worded threat? I think it is. Yeah. Turn on Do Not Disturb here. I'm joined by Darian.
Chat, and how we doing?
It's been a while since we've been able to link up for some Legends of Runeterra because he's been very busy, but yeah, feels good to be back here. So I'm just gonna sit back and kind of collect my thoughts a little bit. We are entering our third season of the Legends of Runeterra climb. In a perfect world, it would have only taken 2 seasons to Masters, but it became very clear very quickly with the context of the last season that was not going to occur. I still have some more stuff to figure out, and we're about to kind of refine the process of getting there for this season, because like we know it can be done. I am like almost certain it will happen this season, right? But yeah, but it's gonna take a little bit of effort, and it's gonna take a bit of refinement of the whole process. Excuse me, I'm a bit. I just got home. I was on like I found a route that's like a perfect 20 minutes for a walk, so that is working out well. Let's get my notes. Let's get my everything. Okay, that's not a note we talk about or show on stream. That's deeply personal.
Speaking of showing things on stream,
where's the lore stuff? Lore core skills. Lore 2023 like problems. Here we go. Here are my documents. Okay. Okay. There's gonna be like at least 30 minutes of talking before we queue up.
Woo!
Where do we start? Hearthstone experience that you can be good, but good might mean your win rate is 55%, and that's still a slow climb. Yeah, which means it would be ideal if we could hit Diamond as soon as possible. Okay. I'm going to start a notepad document to be running in the background of this entire stream. That's where we're going to write some stuff down. That's where we're just going to kind of keep track of, like, the problem. So, during the end phases of the last season, I was going through a process that tried to teach me to value experience and some intuitive skills over pure analytics. My tendency is to over VOD review and not get the necessary experience, right? In the League of Legends side of things, I was pretty much told like just to kind of try to spam games, and then experience would come with time, right? Unfortunately, my brain works in a way where it is like difficult to regulate emotions doing just that, so it would be wise to find an alternate strategy that still incorporates the core lessons of that advice. Because for me, it's very difficult to just queue, not quite get it, keep losing because I don't quite get it, you know? That's hard. And that's also not efficient practice. Because practicing and just becoming deeply confused about something isn't on its own necessarily productive.
Right.
It would be productive if I defined a problem statement and explored it, but that's not what was happening. Also, we know for sure it is a bad idea to start a session with the intention to climb as your sole goal. Because if your intention is to climb, then it's really hard to keep, like, levels of success in mind. Because there's either a positive or a negative outcome, and that's it. It's very binary. It's not very... And I'm already thinking enough binaries that we don't need that being reinforced. So...
Right.
One of the most important, like one of the only things that I will share with you all publicly about what I've been going through, what I've been experiencing in my like deep self-reflection over the last like week and a bit, is that I have God damn you. I have a tendency to like almost try to deny reality in a way. Like, okay, I'm trying to come up with a way to explain that, because it obviously when you're writing for yourself, it doesn't matter if it makes sense to other people or not, but you know what but Darian, like, just that sentence alone, do you kind of get what I'm getting at? Like,
I get what you're getting at, but I was chuckling because from the perspective of someone who doesn't know you as well as I do, or who hasn't known you as long as I have, it sounds like you've basically just said I'm schizophrenic. That's what I was chuckling about.
Yeah.
It's very like, I don't have a concept of reality. I don't know if I would say that.
So, okay, so there's like... I'm trying to come up with the words to describe this without, like, oversharing, right? The TLDR is that my gut reaction to a problem occurring is denial. Take, for example, like, because we succumbed to it a bit last night in the series, in BOL Week 5, where I can start underperforming, and the immediate thought is like, oh my god, I can't have a bad game. Or like...
Right.
Like, I can't be like this. Or rather than, shit, I'm having a bad game, what do I do? Right?
Yeah.
It feeds into this desperate, like, tilt spiral, rather than any form of problem solving. Early in my climb last season, it was like, oh my god, sure, like, it really can't be that there's, like, none of my Shadow Isles decks are working, like, but, like, the reality might have been, yeah, maybe they're not working, and I have to try something else, but I'm not going to be able to find the solution to that if I'm, like, despairing, or if it's always my fault, because, like, the reality is that it's not always my fault, or the reality is that, like, the reality can be that, like, the outcome of what I just experienced teaches me something rather than just being a failure.
Right.
We've got to work really hard this season to, A, make sure that we're problem solving in a way that is consistently based in reality. And B, make sure that we strike the balance between pure, like, spam games, get experience approaches, and deeply analytical approaches to improvement. So those are the two primary goals, and I'll actually write them down right now so we can kind of... the reality is, shit happens, what can you learn? And sometimes the reality is, this is fucked, there's nothing, go next.
This is true.
So, and sometimes the reality is, the learning objective you set out to achieve, thanks to external circumstances right now, cannot be achieved at this moment, right? Like, a bunch of... So, like, for example, early season Legends of Runeterra is not normal Legends of Runeterra, right?
Very true.
And so, I mean, that's part of why I have Darian here tonight. But, Koi Boy, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's write down these goals. Okay, so goal number 1 for this season, right? Approach problem solving in a way that is consistent with reality, right? And we want to, like, really take time, like, I want to spend time understanding it's like, what causes bad performance? Because no, it's not that I'm useless and dog shit and garbage all the time. Sometimes you just lose your muscle memory because you're tilted. Sometimes you didn't eat enough that day. Have you guys... So frustration tolerance is basically the sole thing that prevents tilt. If you have high frustration tolerance, you don't tilt as easily. And do you know how you get frustration tolerance? Good diet, good exercise, good sleep.
What?
And so when you're approaching the end of the day, I forgot what the waste chemical is in your brain that you get rid of by sleeping. But when you're approaching the end of the day and you're like full of that shit, maybe you're not performing as well, right? And to acknowledge that is consistent with reality rather than to blame myself for being garbage, right? So A, approach problem solving in a way that is consistent with reality. And B, synthesize the intuitive and analytical approaches to climbing. Because I've now experienced both extremes, and both extremes didn't really work for me. Which is telling, right? One of the big things that I learned in my whole introspection arc, which is not over, so I'm still not spamming my YouTube content, and I'm only appearing on stream for the sake of practicing this stuff. One of the big things that I learned was I actually do very regularly draw conclusions that make sense. It's just like, there's like two pieces of me. One that like concludes that logically and it's good, and then like there's the emotional part that struggles with that. Bridging the gap isn't a knowledge barrier, it's a strategy and coping barrier, right?
Right.
So that's the mess of a problem statement. Let's check out let's start, and I'll actually, I forgot, it's been a while to turn on the virtual camera.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Since you're such a fan of taking notes, okay, Path of Champions is fucking bug. I started a run while you were going through that whole spiel, and I got out of the game and it immediately crashed my game. Unlucky. They got rid of Norris Teapot crashing on game start, and now every game crashes on game end.
So, everybody, I want you to first take a look. The first big thing that occurred is that Rotation came out.
Yeah.
Behold my deck list.
They're all gone.
There is one deck that I have that is legal in Rotation. Fortunately, it is the deck that we concluded is the perfect one-to-one fit with my playstyle. So that's a huge boon, because if we struggled so much over last season in like this big deck crisis trying to figure out what I can play and how to approach things, thank goodness it's the one that I truly love playing. Heimer Jace, we get to keep playing. Now this is the adjustment that I made. I could not include Vile Feast anymore, and I could not include Thermogenic Beam anymore. So what I did instead is we now have this new card, Soul Harvest, which is basically Culling Strike that can't really hit champions unless you pay some extra, which is fair. Like, this is a cool card. I think it looks pretty good. I have one Forge of Tomorrow in here now. And I've added an extra Shock Blast.
Oh, you actually changed that around from what you said in the chat earlier.
I did.
Okay, cool. And I do like what you've done here. Forge has always been like a really weird card in Jace decks because the curve is just like a little bit icky.
I agree. However, in pure anti-aggro situations, like having failed to draw some of my units, I mean, this is just another guarantee of a unit. The curve doesn't work perfectly, but in this particular Jace archetype that is comfortable going very late, it's not a bad stalling tool, right?
Yeah, I think the fact that it's a 1-of makes it, like, honestly so much more palatable. Most Jace decks have either run 3 or 0, and 3 felt really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this is probably the best way to experiment with running the card. I had a few ideas for your sideboard if you would humor me and take some notes, because I know how much you love to do that.
Yeah, and I really needed to start... I mean, because we're going to... Here's the first problem-solving thing that is based in reality, right? Here's the first issue. Last season, I opened and said, I want to come back to control. I want to play my control decks again now that I've... Because the first season I played, it's like, okay, we're going to learn my control fundamentals. Okay, we've learned a bunch of fundamentals. Let's move on to aggro. Let's bring our aggro into mid-range. We've compiled all these fundamentals together. Perfect, let's go back to what I want to play. Oh dear, the landscape of the game right now is very hostile to what I wanted to play.
All right.
And then the whole reality denial where it's like, I didn't just pivot into P and Z or pivot into Noxus or anything like that, which would have been good. I didn't jump on the Jace Heimer train right away. I was still trying to try my own brews and stuff. Like, it's just...
I still regret recommending the Snapvine deck. My bad.
The Snapvine incident -100. Well, you know what?
Hey, you need it.
It's
You
okay
need
because I
it.
now have the prismatic, baby.
Wait, it's in standard still? No. Yeah, I mean, on the bright side, every playthrough needs a gardening episode. So you got yours out of the way.
We got our gardening episode. Did you know I now have a playlist on my VODs channel called The Gardening Episode, and it's just every stream that was titled The Gardening Episode.
Wait, that's awesome. So my first suggestion, from Piltover and Zon, 4-mana Augmented Clockling.
Is this a new card?
This is a new card. I have affectionately taken to calling this...
Augmented Clockling.
No, actually. PNZ Zap.
PNZ Zap.
Take a good look at it and you'll understand why.
Play. Predict, then draw 1 and reduce its cost by 1. Oh, and that's Zap Sprayfin, almost.
It's a 4-mana 2/2 elusive. So the effect is different, but it's like 4-mana 2/2 elusive with instead of a tune, you reduce the cost. And then instead of drawing a spell, you predict a spell. Because a tune is not really consistent with PNZ, but mana reduction is.
It could be useful, it could be cool, it is draw, and drawing is good. However, this also runs the risk of removing my 6-cost spells from their proc range.
Yeah, like it's understated, it's high cost, it's a bit greedy. I think that's why it's like a sideboard kind of thing. I don't know when you would want it, but I think there are situations where you...
I'll keep it in mind, and I mean, I'd have to kind of high roll it, to be honest, if it's a 1-of.
Yeah, the fact that so many of your spells specifically have to be 6+ cost, and so many of them are exactly 6, is what made me kind of sus on those. But in terms of raw power level, this looks to be one of the best cards that PNZ will have at its disposal, so I wanted to take a look. So this next one, you're going to think I'm absolutely mental, and that's fair, because you've probably never even taken a look at this card. You've never seen it played in Jace list, and it's not new. Okay. 4-mana, also from Piltover, also elusive, Pharaoh's Sky Cruiser.
Pharaoh's Sky Cruiser? No, I've seen this card. I explicitly...
You have seen this card.
I explicitly looked at it, and I'm like, yeah, that's obviously part of the Jace package, but basically what you're saying is that the power level has just gone down. And
Exactly. So the idea when this card released was that if we ever ended up in a circumstance where the general power level of the format was quite low, this is an incredibly powerful card if you have enough good 6-cost candidates to proc it semi-consistently early in the game. Dropping a 4-mana 4/4 elusive on turn 4 or 5 in matchups where you want to be a little bit more aggressive, it's just ridiculous. Okay. Especially since we're now seeing also a lot of elusive attackers, so this thing could potentially elusive block twice as well. But you can also use removal spells, so again, that's like the crackpot idea. But I considered it when I saw it, and I think our pool of 6-cost spells in these regions is much better than it was when Sky Cruiser released. And nobody really took a second look at the card after it released and wasn't good, because our pool of 6-cost spells, if you wanted to run that, you ran like, what's the spider one? You know, the 6-mana spider one that was like horrible, right? Like you
Brood Awakening?
You literally had to run Brood Awakening because the 6-cost spells were so bad. Because Vengeance was 7 still, and just like not a very strong card.
Wait, hold on. Does it say 7? Specifically 6? It's a 6.
It's not specifically 6, but like Vengeance was just a little bit weaker, so like you didn't really want that to be one of your core. Shock Blast existed, Formula didn't, Hexobliterator didn't. Like you did not have very many good options. It was like Assembly Line, Brood Awakening, Shock Blast were like your only decent one, and then 1 or 2 copies of Vengeance. So Sky Cruiser was not good, because it was just not consistent enough to proc, and the payoff was not as good as something like the robot, Nugget, the Hextech Handler.
Which no longer has quick attack now. I think it's still
good,
by the way, but
it is probably still good. It's like it went from oppressive to good. Oh. So in matchups where you are playing more of a beatdown, if you find that you're running into those a lot more, or where you just have to deal with more elusives than you can throw standard removal spells at, I think there's definitely a chance of looking at Pharaoh's Sky Cruiser. And then the last thing that I thought of for the sideboard, and I spoke with you a little bit about this earlier, is maybe one copy, if you keep running into like a bunch of go wide aggro decks, of Eradication from Shadow Isles, which is basically a reskinned Reckoning. Yeah. So this thing...
Well, it's also... Wasn't Reckoning 4?
No. Reckoning was either 5 or 6, but it was like I think it was exactly the same card. Hold on.
Epic cards.
Yeah, I think it was literally. Hold on, let me look at those. Yeah, Reckoning. Oh. So Reckoning was actually slightly different. That's my bad. Reckoning was 6 mana slow, epic. If you have a 5+ power ally, kill all units with 4 or less power. So it's slightly different. You don't need to have a high power ally on your side to cast.
And it also affects my units. Like,
Reckoning did too. It didn't affect your 5+ power units, but it did affect all your little guys. But you ran it in like a very specific kind of deck, like Reputation, where you never really had low power units anyways. So I think if you like really just keep getting overwhelmed by Swarm, that's a good idea because Assembly Line is good, but into like something like a Samira deck that's just going 4 wide on turn 3, because that deck can and will do that. You know, if they develop out on turn 3 before their attack, this is a fantastic way to blow them out of the water and secure the early game.
So yeah, hold on. I'm gonna write that down.
I think all 3 of those mandate being written down, and they may or may not be decent.
Here's the deal.
I like what you've done though.
So this card is everywhere, right? Like,
this bitch is everywhere.
So Samira is definitely the early meta, right?
That's what I would say, yeah.
I've seen you play 6+ cards, resets when you start a round with the attack token. So 6+ cards in 2 rounds is what she's looking for.
Yeah, which is not hard. I feel like I've struggled to do it, but like I said before, I think I just am not.
Pouring in the background.
Oh, sorry, that's a bit loud. Sorry, I had a little bit of that.
I'm like, you need a cocktail to deal with me, like. I see. Yeah, no, Samira is definitely cheap plunder, burns hard, burns aggressively. I mean, is this not just the card you should be playing, aggro fan? Like,
oh yeah, like don't get me wrong, I'm horrible at playing Samira, but I think I'm going to be playing Samira Jack for this season if we end up finding a good brew for it, because that sounds fun as fuck.
Samira Jack together, really.
Yeah, I mean, again, like that, it seems a bit incoherent right now because there just aren't that many cards to work with. So we'll see. I might be hoping things a bit too hard.
Rotation is so extreme.
Rotation fucked us up, yeah.
Dude, I don't have my Vial anymore. I don't have my Kindred anymore.
How do you think I feel? I have no Legion Rearguard. My
I have no spiders.
3/2 is gone. Like, for what? Unconditional 1 mana 3/2.
No more Doom Beast, no more Stygian, like.
Yeah, actually, Nightfall players are just being pissed on.
Nightfall players are so. Why do they get to keep their champions when all their cards are gone? Like.
Those aren't Nightfall champions anymore. No, don't worry. Mistwraiths were fine, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, they got
Mistwraiths got rotated too!
Yeah, they got rid of Wraithcaller, and I think they got rid of Mistwraiths too. So.
Yeah.
Nocturne is just the actual piss champ at this point.
Okay, so... First acknowledgement. I intend to climb as much as possible on my deck. However, I also acknowledge one of the core issues I was having was unfamiliarity with matchups and like with general packages, right? I had an ongoing problem. It's like, how the hell do I play against random brews that I've never seen before?
Right.
And that, like, just are not on any scouting sites. Because remember, we learned how to scout decks that we see on ladder, and it reduced the burden of knowledge on me immediately so I could focus on learning my deck. But like, it's becoming pretty clear pretty quickly that like I just need to know what the packages are at a certain point. Because I can't just look up a Zero Relic. I mean, last season, I know they're gone. I know Blade Dance is gone, but I can't just look up a Zero Aurelia and know intuitively. It's like, oh right, I need to mull for my like Mystic Shot, deal with your early value engines, like stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So Minoshi's raising an important point that is part of my solution to this. This season, rather than just spamming games, once I come away with a problem, I have a scrim partner now.
Yes.
So Sai and I are going to try to help each other get to Masters.
That's awesome.
Well, because you're busy a lot and Cam's busy a lot, and the two of us are like, well, our good players are gone, so
The fuck do we do now?
let's just like encounter matchup difficulties, throw together a deck, and like just try to figure out how this works, right? Like, what's the weakness? What's exploitable? Is it just a bad matchup where it's like likely a defeat, but we have some approaches, right? Because one thing that I really stopped doing was like acknowledging that I can just have bad matchups.
Oh yeah. Oh
Right?
yeah.
I stopped doing that at the end of my climb, which is not a good habit. And of course, like this sheet of core skills, I haven't been reading it in a while. It started to slip away. Like, I need regular practice. I need regular review on it. Like, what is this now? What session is this now? Like 28, 29 or something like that? Like,
Whew. Wow.
like, this is by far, like, at this point, the longest almost the longest playthrough in terms of raw number of streams. Like, it's close to Skyrim, I think.
Holy smokes.
Playing a different deck, short-term loss in LP, still having fun playing the game. Well, see, that's if you're a normal person, but I'm a person who has to more deliberately learn how to make mistakes. So, like, maybe I'm not having fun in that case. Not yet. But.
Yeah, Minoshi's got a point. You do just end up with the hell matchups sometimes. And you never want to. It's never fun, but you do.
Right. Okay, so problem is defined. The initial acknowledgement going into this. I intend to play Heimer Jace. However, in the early season, when we don't know exactly what's going to see play, it could just be that I might end up being kind of blown out of the water by some of the new stuff, right?
Quite possible.
The goal cannot be to climb. So our goal, let's see, like, what do we have? We have a sideboard established. We have our planned deck. We have an acknowledgement that sometimes we have to deviate from that deck and spend time learning. Scrim partner is set up. We VOD review when I really don't understand. We do that off-stream study when we really don't understand. The actual sit-down grind sessions are just about taking notes as to what needs to be studied next. Right?
Right.
So you sit down, you learn something here, I take it off-stream, I refine it, I come back on-stream, I'm ready to play. Like, that cycle continues. Like...
Yes, sir.
I think we're pretty much... And I also have to... You'll notice I don't have 3 quests here. It's because I busted out my phone yesterday. And just played some AI games on mobile to deal with these quests. Because, like, my shard situation is pretty dire. I need to play for XP if I want to actually be able to... I mean, like, it's pretty clear that I will have to unlock Samira and I will have to unlock Jack so I can get more experience with what they do. Right? Like,
yes.
I have to. He's so cool, by the way.
Oh, he's fucking awesome.
I can't believe they turned Jack the winner into a champion.
And a badass one, too.
And what's his guy called? The guy who maybe becomes 3 guys if you have enough mana? Like, Knuckle. Starting with an
Knuckle,
N.
Mako, and Bull. Yeah, Knuckle starting with N.
Knuckle. They're so funny. Little nick here, little slice there, all in good fun. Bit of blood in the water never hurt anybody. Well, not me anyway.
I love one of his voice lines. He's talking to Jack, and he just sounds like such a little, like, shrimp boy. He's like, you know what? Shut up, Jack! He's awesome. I fucking love Nick.
These cards are
Mako.
awesome.
Knuckle. But yeah, these cards all rule.
Oh, he's got the barnacles! Look at him!
Oh my god, the barnacles!
The barnacles! My pronouns are they, them, because there's literally 2 of me.
So true.
So true. Okay, standard. What the hell's in standard? So, like, okay. So, of the big cards that I have to be concerned about, right? Wait, War Mother's Call is still here, but FTR is not. That's...
Oh,
So, did you see somebody hit me? Somebody hit me with the War Mother's Call the other day. They pretended to be an FTR deck and then dumped this.
I didn't see that.
It was
That's
literally
awesome.
Trundle Tryndamere, but it was like fucking Demacia, and I'm like, what is going on here?
Oh, Trundle Trimmed
Trundle
Demacia.
Trynd
Yeah,
Demacia ran all the
yeah.
FTR ramp cards, jumped Warbother's Call, and then fished for Cythria.
That's so funny.
Like it
Holy
was a
fuck.
Lady of Clouds deck.
Yeah, War Mother Cythria is a nice little concept.
And then they got the chance to play two of these as I was trying to neutralize them, so yeah, that game sucked.
I can imagine.
It That Stairs is gone. Ledros is here. Champion Strength is here. We need to go talk about like the small. I need to know what combat tricks are still in the game, like, because they removed
Yeah.
a lot of them, and that's weird. Like, I don't get why they removed so many of these. Like, Twin Disciplines was strong, but was it really hurting anybody? Like, Sharp Sight was strong. Is Troll Chant still here? Is Troll Chant gone?
No, they killed Troll Chant.
They killed Troll Chant. Like, all of these normal... I think it's so strange how they just removed all the cards that go in a lot of decks. The flexible... But single combat's still here! Like... Wait, so what was the rationale? Okay, Pale is still in the game. Mystic is still here. The two costs are, like, very... High Note is still here. Heavy Metal is still here. Hate Spike is still here. Guiding is still here. Okay, this is new, and everyone is going to use 3 of these in every Demacia deck. Because it's just Sharp Sight without the elusive blocking.
It's just Sharp Sight. Now you have blocking Badger Bear.
Oh, it's old! It's old Sharp Sight, too. Like,
yeah, 2/2 Sharp Sight.
just because it's not OP doesn't mean it's not worth a rotate to shake the meta. I guess. Yeah, I'm just... This is my first time experiencing rotation in a card game.
Oh, Peep Falling Star. That's a fun little card they added.
That's just Paddle Star, but... Wait, it's
Like,
Flock!
it's Flonk.
It's Flock, but it's slow.
And 2 mana.
What?
And with a condition that's harder to meet. Wow, Flock was really broken.
Disintegrate is still here, okay, but Flock is not. Brother's Ball. Wait, did they rotate Whirling Death?
Oh shit, did they? Actually,
Let's check. That was a 3, right?
That's 3. Yeah.
Scorched
Earth
Earth is still here.
Noxian Fervor. Keep in mind Noxian Fervor is still here.
Okay,
too.
Noxian Fervor is still... Whirling Death is still here, okay.
They kept Whirling Death, okay.
They kept Whirling Death. They kept... they kept Shield
They
of
kept
the
Soul
Rand.
Clean.
Which I also got. So I was telling Darian earlier, the prismatics I got from my ranked season were really good for the decks that I chose to play, because I got Soul Cleave and I got Snapvine, and then for the meme I got Sunk Cost. So...
No, don't worry. It's weird for us too, and we're the ones who've been playing. Like, I've been playing this game and only this game, and not other card games.
Feast is still here,
it
but it's
seems pretty
focus.
fucking unintuitive.
Forgot about that. Prismatic is still here. Passage Unread is still here.
I just queued into King Fallopian. No way.
Might is still here. Okay, Overwhelmed Players Rejoice.
So true.
Grappling. Oh, they rotated Absolver, right?
They did rotate Absolver. That's
okay. They
correct.
rotated Absolver. Flash Freeze is still here. Hush is still here. Minimorph is still here, right? And Minimorph actually might be worth running again.
Potentially.
Okay, Cataclysm still here. Curse of the Tomb still here. Aftershock. All the Tellstones. Most of the champion spells are gone too. Yeah, I forgot about that part. They just rotated champion spells, but not the champion. Like,
yeah.
Very silly. What else? Astro Avalanche still here. Ah, get fucked, aggro players. Wait a minute, get fucked Freljord players. I forgot Freljord players don't have anything except Avalanche.
Yeah, you have 1 card left.
Well, there's also Flash Freeze in here, I think. Harshwinds is still here. Is Harshwind still here? Oh my god, is Harshwind still here?
Oh my god, is there a reason to use Unforgiving Cold? Aww. Game sucks.
Will of Ionia is still here. Okay, I thought I saw on one list that one had been rotated, but... Oh, Homecoming got rotated, right?
Oh, it fucking better have. Yes, it did.
It did.
Huge dubs.
Yeah,
that card was unbearable.
Relentless Pursuit is here, but Golden Aegis is not. Right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, so I mean, there's still a lot of core staple cards that are still here, so that's fine, right? Pursue.
Yeah.
Yes, they let me keep my spirit journey. Oh, they took away my kindred, but they let me keep my spirit journey.
Huge
Wait, what am I
job.
gonna do with it without? All right, whatever.
Unlucky loser.
And then everything else here is like just the niche cards that only get run in certain decks, and so, well, Vengeance is still here. And Battle Fury is still here.
Oh, whatever would we do without Battle Fury?
I mean, this game would be unplayable without Battle Fury.
You're damn right it would be.
Ruination and Utter Devastation both still here. Harrowing still here. Cat gone, right? Okay, so, I suppose all this means is that the package I have to learn and study is going to be smaller. I will still have to learn and study these packages, but... Oh yeah, I can also, like, explicitly sort by... Wait, where's the... All card... Wait, where's the... Didn't they say there'd be a way to sort by, like, only the ones that actually got rotated? Rotated cards. There we go.
Oh, that's fucked up. I didn't even know that section existed. There just is a rotated card section, damn.
Yep. So yeah, Thermo's gone, Blade's Edge is gone. I've never seen Construct of Desolation get played. Go Hard is gone, yeah.
Construct of Desolation was played in the deck that just hit you with 1,000 Ruined Acolyte.
I forgot that was a gimmick, yeah. Health
Yeah,
Pod is
that
gone,
deck fucking
Radiant...
sucks.
Ranger's Resolve is gone! Big tragedy in the Elite fandom. Blood for Blood is gone because all the Crimson cards are gone. Timelines, Flame Spitter, Field Promotion. Really? Nobody even ran this, did they? Rise Mains in shambles!
Rise Mains are fucked. Rise Mains are doomed.
Let's go!
I think Field Promotion just enabled too many high rolls. You put like Field Promotion on Zed and you just won the game on turn 3 if you got it.
Oh, okay. Key Guardian, Pokegon is a big deal. I mean, how many pings are even left?
Not many, that's for sure.
Okay, let's find out. Standard deal 1. Okay, well, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. Okay, Group Shot is still here. Parlay is still here. There's a new one in Pie Toss.
Oh, this is a nice one. Yeah.
I like that. Poison Dart is still here. So yeah, Bandle gets to keep their pings, but a bit of a different one. It's just ping that generates a worse ping, but that's kind of funny. Stylish Shot is... yeah, that's the Samira Synergy. Void Seeker. I doubt we're running that. Wow, all of the deal 1 gain value cards are gone.
Yeah, big dubs.
Runeterra AR is down. That's problematic for me.
Oh.
That's
That
going to
is
make
bad.
it really hard, actually. Oh, Noxus is the region that's getting new pings. Really?
Yeah, Samira needed more plunder triggers, I guess.
Pirouettes. Violent Discord. Okay, so, I mean, the P and Z didn't really value its pings when it has these. Like, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there are far fewer of them. And, like, sure.
They still have
sure.
Caustic Rift, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's a very good card, now that I look at it. Okay, well... Okay, let's declare our objective. My goal is to identify, at least in terms of early season, whether I need to pivot to some funny shit to climb early and fast, or whether there is something that is, like, obviously going to become a meta staple that deserves my time to learn. There's the objective. Right?
Yeah.
I will describe that as... Hold on, I'm gonna get my little note out. Okay. today is March 29th. I'm going to be playing Jaceheimer Game 1, and the goal is, find, first steps in new meta. That's the goal. That's how I can describe that. We need a reason to pivot to funny shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, standard, ranked, gold 4, 50 LP start because we finished a diamond last season.
Off we go.
Let's see what we run into. We've set everything up. Should you play... What is Jax? Is that Jax?
That's definitely Jax. This motherfucker.
Squinting. It's an Ionia PNZ. It involves Karma. It's Karma set.
Oh. Okay. I don't think you can find this online, but I can send it to you.
Well, I can't find anything online, I think, if Runeterra AR is down.
Oh, that's...
So set is just a... Set is a potentially good removal engine, but if you can sustain him, he does it more than once. Or if he flips, he does it more than once. Yeah, Runeterra AR is doing nothing.
Yeah, well...
I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
Out.
I don't know if Soul Harvest would have been necessary in this matchup, because I don't know what their units are yet. But
we lucked out because I have DM'd you a picture of the deck list.
Ooh! How convenient.
If it's the same one, I'm not too sure.
Okay, so Attentive Accountant is a new card. Okay, so it's mostly spells.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you don't actually know what the new cards are. Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm playing the role of Beatdown, I assume, because Karma's involved.
Indeed.
Break's over!
In Hearthstone, there was a thing that obscured your region until you played a card?
What?
That's fucked up.
That's illegal. That's unethical.
You cannot win.
Okay, so I'm going to continue to get value out of this. So set the first time I would drop below 1 health while attacking, give me barrier instead. Okay, yeah, he's removal. So that's why he's being used as a... Weird. This is such a cool concept for a deck. Right?
Agreed.
If you played neutrals, it still didn't reveal what you were. Wow, that's fucked up. I am choosing in this case to play Reggie because that increases the options that I have on my next turn. And...
It's an awesome day for progress.
Never gets old.
Okay, likelihood of... Okay, so Twin is gone. What is in the game now that they could be threatening me with if I traded my man away? If I traded my man away, it would increase the odds that... Yeah. It would increase the odds that I'm able to push more damage. Yeah.
Hey, not bad.
So if I open, I can deal 4, but that...
No.
Okay, there is a very high likelihood of recalls if I do that.
You're looking at 3
wait, let's see.
palm.
3 palm.
3 tag out, which is a recall.
Which is a recall. So
Okay,
it's a terrible, terrible play to do this on open attack.
It's so
But
funny.
it's so funny.
And it would take a lot of their mana for the turn.
It's
and
so
then they would
funny.
Have to keep responding
It's
to the
so funny that I'm gonna do it.
threat. Let's go. Huge dubs.
There's so much counterplay to this.
But just imagine.
There is so much counterplay to this.
That's just
Alright, so we have confirmed that this is not the same deck list, correct? No, there it is. It's the same deck list. That was the worst play. You know what? It threatened them. It got a resource away from my champions, so...
Yeah, 8 mana in exchange for 6 mana, but you cleared the way for the Dong boy.
Heal an ally or your Nexus 3. That's why set. I'm understanding why Karma set is kind of a thing. This is a cool gimmick.
Yeah.
This is a cool gimmick.
Wait, Jace has levels?
Yes, he has.
Oh my god.
I think it's probably better to play Heimer formula,
Eminently logical.
That makes sense.
and I'm going to allow them to swing on me.
Shaken or stirred.
Doink. Yeah, I look at ways to deal with elusives, and these guys have Attentive Accountant, which is a 2-mana 1/2 elusive, and interaction spells, and that's it.
Groundbreaking invention to date.
We now have a Mystic.
Oh, here's this fucking guy.
Definitely annoying. Reduce the cost of spells in your deck by half, rounded up. Oh, so they're about to really try to pop off like Giga hard.
Yeah, I think he might not care and throw a bunch of elusives at his face.
Is this the same deck list? Yes, it is. Caustic Rift was a part of that. Which is fine by me.
Oh, if only there was a transmog gimmick here. There's no mana for it.
Okay, so I intend to spend one of my vengeances in hand on this, because I have Vengeance, Expliterator, right? So I can just... They're also...
It could be a Jace into like Shock Blast type thing, which would still kill it. And
Okay,
then
so
maybe
they've already
some-
committed to the attack, so I'm just gonna kind of let it happen.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll play Jace. He obviously gets Challenger in this context.
Because I think if you wanted to threaten lethal as soon as possible, if you can get it next turn, you can threaten lethal and then some extra on top of it next turn with Shock Blast here.
So Shock Blast
Actually,
on
especially with the
both
double.
units, obviously.
To
To clear the way for full lethal, no?
Well, because you're probably,
Because
like,
I'm going
next
above.
turn, right? You're going to want to develop 2 more elusive turrets, right? So you might just care about doing that. Yeah, you ping the Nexus. Ping. You hit the Nexus for 6. You
Interesting
fucking
use of
womp his
tech.
Nexus.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm not even planning my line to lethal at all for some reason. When obviously I'm getting
You're
2
right
to
that
4
clearing the
beyonds
way
doing
for
this.
an open is,
But-
is good,
yeah, but I'm-
next turn you probably want to do something and then play 2 more elusive turrets, so there's no sense. 'Cause he's gonna have
Queen
time to block it.
formula, what are they fishing for?
He's just mana cheating. It's just it's an Ionia player. It's an Ionia PNP player mana cheating. Just let him be. He's gonna run himself in circles for 30 minutes until he gets tired, and then he's gonna realize he can't do anything with all these cards.
Round and round and fencing.
That's really how it goes with these guys. So you threaten like actual mega lethal next turn.
It is lethal. I think what I do is I think I start by swinging. Okay, I no longer threaten lethal.
Well, you still do. You have to like,
okay.
play out the Shock Blast, but you still do.
So let's see. So Jace pulls the Mixologist. Heimer swings. I deal 9. Oh my god! I just top decked another Shock Blast.
Goggles on.
I have thoughts that I will discuss afterwards.
Palm. Well, but what do you mean you have thoughts? You just agreed with me on my line and then criticized me for it.
I didn't. That was a line, but I didn't necessarily agree with that one. Oh, there's
Technique
Seth.
is for light
No,
weights.
he won't be alive for very long.
Hey, show me that again.
Show me that again.
Turbo Dan. Yeah, show me that again.
Can't deny them both, motherfucker.
So Ionia sometimes lacks really strong development punishers that are not fast speed, if that makes sense. Like that was the thing against Rise. Even though Rise had like a lot of stuns, they were all fast speed, so there was no harm in developing out. I think a
Right.
similar principle may have held true here, where you could get another pair of 7/2 elusives before you even attack.
The
This
answer
guy-
lies
He
within.
thinks he's so Chad, and his
Where there
karma's
is
still
light,
gonna pop with a
I
fucking
am going to
balloon.
use the Shock Blast on it.
Interesting use
I would
of
agree.
tech.
Especially because you still have vengeance now. So.
There's so many floor begons. Okay.
This Heimer champ is cool, huh? Yeah,
so
so
one sec.
my idea
Truly remarkable.
is that You could have taken out another 6 Nexus health and threatened another 14 before your attack, which is a lot harder to respond to.
So, did not have to rush. So yeah, I just didn't have to rush anything because Ionia can't really deal with that. Like,
Ionia potentially can deal with it, but they will be
hang on.
more effective dealing with it.
No, hang on. Doesn't that directly contradict something I learned sooner where it's that, like, it was don't overdevelop into specifically Freljord and Ionia, no?
If you're developing with elusives, then you don't lose to concussive palm as hard.
Oh.
Because, like, that's what you're... Right, if you develop, technically, he's getting a 2-for-1, except he's not. He's getting a 1-for-1 because he's stunning a unit and developing a palm, which cannot block your elusives. So in that case, I guess I should have maybe said that one more explicitly.
Yeah.
But in that case, never going to 2-for-1 you while you're developing out with the palm, because you're just going to be developing an extra like 6 or 7 damage that he can't block. But like, yeah, taking a look at that deck, right? Let's see what options I have. Tag out, fast speed recall, concussive palm.
Is tag out ally recall?
Oh, fucking god damn it! These bastards released another fucking stun in Ionia.
That's me.
That is you.
I've never played the mirror before.
I haven't seen this before. They actually released Facebreaker, which is 4 mana slow, stun 2 enemies, and create a card in hand. So that wouldn't have played around Facebreaker. In hindsight, I'm wrong. I didn't even know Facebreaker was in the fucking game. I completely forgot that card exists.
How do I mull for the...
Yeah, shoutouts to Shout. True. Great guy.
How do I mull for the mirror? What's my win? I mean, we're just trying to burn each other now.
Yeah, whoever can like keep more key units on the board will definitely be winning. Like I would say, if this guy drops Heimer, you immediately want to throw a Vengeance at that. Mystic is decent in the scenario where he plays a Hextech Handler before leveling it up, because you then kill it before he levels it, but it relies on a misplay.
It's unlikely anyone does that in the mirror, though. Like,
yeah, that's up to you. If you think your opponent will misplay, that interaction will be winning for you. Oh, well.
Okay, I no longer really want to play out Reggie.
This guy has to make the first move on 3, which is good. You want to be able to make a reactive move on 3 rather than a proactive move on 3. And
oh, I don't have that. That sucks. That's really good for mirror.
Chips 2 keeps up his mana.
I'm just gonna not do anything proactively. Not now, because I don't want to play Reggie when I have an assembly line going. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're running an Adaptatron variant. I don't have that card in my deck. I had it for a bit, but now I don't. They might just immediately.
Now he plays Handler and gets immediately killed by Shock Blast. Fact.
So Shock Blast is the one I want to use, right? Like.
I mean, I think you could go for Shock Blast, or you could go for like a Reggie into Mystic Shot. I think as long as you kill this Handler right now, either one is fine. Do you want to spend 6 mana and trigger one?
Oh yeah, because I have to guarantee I can't lose to them not attacking, so it's actually a bad idea. Yeah, because the Handler needs.
Oh,
to
you
go.
Can't pass.
Well, if I were to play assembly line, then they could just choose to not attack, and then I can't deal with the Handler anymore.
Yeah, I think it's either Shock Blast or Reggie.
Unless I were to assembly line, they don't attack. On my open, I Mystic. That's a line.
Yeah, it loses to formula pretty badly though.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
And worst case scenario, or not worst case, but like second worst case scenario, they could also like Vengeance your thing just for the buff.
It's an awesome.
Oh, Trick Shot Brush would be lovely if you had the mana to play that right now. That's funny.
Watch your backs.
Okay.
Trade it, Mystic, Handler.
That's what I would think as well. And then you still, both opponents, float enough mana to play the 6++ spell next turn. This guy could also develop in a way that he gets absolutely blasted by your 6 mana Shock Blast.
Yep.
Which should be
so
nice.
I think I probably open pass because it's fine if.
I would agree. They have to spend their mana too. You don't want to commit anything before you know what they're doing.
So I mean, they can't. They still haven't played it, so.
There's no protection. There's no mana for formula, which will burst speed, trigger the buff. This guy just lost two handlers in the first 4 turns.
I kind of just want to remove both of these, if I'm being honest with you.
I think that's better, yeah. And you can save the Nexus damage for later. You have taken control of the early game firmly.
Yeah, because like
downside
they've
is
tried to
right
develop
now.
into a beatdown direction, and they just have not found anything. Now the only thing I really hard lose to here is, I guess, like, Oppenheimer I can't remove immediately.
Oh.
Can play
you have
mine
to play
though.
your own
Okay, so
build.
my own dies to vengeance here though is the issue. And they're still tapped above vengeance at the moment, so I think it would be harmful to waste it right now.
Yeah, he's probably going to play something else out here if he passed, because he would be burning several mana. He would be burning more mana than you, actually. So I think passing back is great here.
Okay, now I can play Heimer.
I don't think that was the best play from your opponent. I think your opponent should have soft passed by attacking with Reggie, but yeah, that's great.
Well,
Now you
don't
can-
forget we're now in gold.
True.
I'm no longer okay. So blocking with Heimerdinger seems very high risk, so I won't.
I agree. You die a Mystic Shot for no reason, and then you would lose a 6/1 turret.
But I am like reasonable. I mean, the only line that beats this now is a double Mystic Hand,
Which is just
which is
really
still
unlikely.
fine because it leaves Albus in a safer spot later, and you know I'll deal with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. What Minoshi just said is true, which is that everyone that's gold right now was more than likely diamond last season, especially because it's the very first day of the expansion.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm playing against people right now in P4 that I was playing against frequently last season in Masters. So
Oh,
it makes
okay.
sense.
Okay, so this is tricky because I need to. I mean, I think I still don't need to rush it, but it would be really nice to play out the men right now and just swing super hard.
Flash bombs in general are quite fucking annoying. I mean, yeah, it's a question of, like, do you want to pass and then get a potentially very good Vengeance or Hexpliterator? I think if they pass back, you're happy because they're burning 6 mana to your 3. So you're probably winning
I
with that.
didn't remember that fundamental. You're right.
If your
My-
opponent was literally griefing if they pass here, so you get more options no matter what you do.
Looking good.
Oh my fucking god. Guys, okay, you now lose to formula if you decide to just kill that, so you might want to men it. I don't know.
I might want to what? Sorry, though.
You might want to men it. You might
Oh,
wanna just throw some
we
men.
played the men.
Well,
The
also
men.
because he now has the play where
Yeah.
he vengeances your timer or something. So you're getting a turret either way, but it's become very likely that even if you point a removal at that handler, it'll still get a stop off. So there's no need to kill it on this action. I would say this looks like a great swing though.
Round and round and round.
Could be a caustic griffin here, I suppose. I think that probably ends up becoming a staple these days now.
Yeah, there's the Vengeance as expected. No worries.
Fine by me, and then full swing.
Yeah. So no matter how the blocks shape up here, you're pretty happy.
Yep.
You're also going to be in mana for True Shot Barrage next turn, which is a very cheeky pull, but one that I think could actually work in your favor if they develop a certain, unit here that is going to be vulnerable to it.
I think it'd be
That
so
being
funny.
said, they might also just play Albus, and then you immediately Vengeance the Albus, take
Oh, of
one
course.
mana.
Yeah, no, I've got lines. I mean, one thing that I usually... So my options, whenever... I mean, I have 2 Vengeance, I have a 2 Hexpliterator, I have a True Shot, I have an Albus, and a Heimerdinger. They have picked
Later then.
Albus. I will choose Hexpliterator solely because it is guaranteed it works, and it's more
Yes.
conditional.
Yes. I think it's a great choice. So you go up a mana here, which is like not the end of the world, but you're happy about it.
Jace has been drawn.
You could. Oh. I was gonna say just block that with your 3/1 if he does it.
Okay, so now it's time to choose what's gonna... Because, like, they're gonna play that Jace, most likely. My most threatening... I mean, I don't need to tick the most threatening swing, because I'm the guy with a floor begone, so...
Yeah.
I don't need to rush my Albus and, like, try to burst lethal him when there's too much interaction there. I would rather deal with the Jace and win in 2 turns after this. So, I think I commit my attack token right now, Darian.
Oh, sorry, just one moment. I think that's a good play. I think you could also consider opening with a handler, because then you can respond to Jace with a huge pop plus mana swing.
Oh, that's
Or
right. I
not
have
mana
9.
swing, but
I have
Yeah,
9.
you'll have 6 to respond
Yeah.
with Jace, and then he only has 4 to stop your lethal, which is like very threatening. He trades away all
And
his
it defends my floor be gone. Yeah.
Alright, I'll be
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. You don't. Okay. Yeah. I don't need to lock myself out of lines here. I don't need to rush. See, this is why I like having Darian, because like he thinks through the lines faster than I do. I've just lost a true shot. That's really fucking funny, actually. Never mind. I think I'm mad at Darian now.
Eminently logical.
Yes, my lord.
Come on.
Yeah, that's expected. Oh, you're gonna let me hit? Oh, you're gonna trade your handler away. Okay. Losing to true shot there doesn't really matter when I have, like, you know, second timer and...
Tomorrow has never looked so good.
Okay, we have 5. It is not guaranteed to work. Hex Obliterator, and so I shall instead Vengeance him to generate my turrets. That is the... I mean, I can still Jace after this if I need to, but... This gets my value even if second Jace is played, and also removes the opportunity for them to Shock Blast, which is good. So there's a lot of lines that I'm beating here.
Another Heimerdinger? Nothing but rotating mirrors and projected lights. Oldest trick in the book.
They play out their Heimer. I am so winning here. And now my own Jace comes out to threaten your Heimerdinger.
This is the cutting edge of
I didn't
progress.
see what happened because I stood up.
True shot immediately
I
on Hex Tech Handler.
Writer tomorrow.
Oh. And they didn't kill your floor beyond? Or
This
it
is a
new
different floor beyond.
It's a different floor beyond.
This is a new one. This is second timer. They played Jace out. I vengeanced him. Okay, so now I'm trying to, because I'm gonna try to kill him this turn.
I concur. Problem is, nothing that you do here will allow you to float for another action, but if you pass, he'll pass back.
So okay, so
it's
the two
never
options.
step
The
back
two
down.
options to push fish for lethal are try to develop Albus, or spend my attack token now, then true shot with Jace Pet Devil.
Spend your attack token now.
Yes, that would get push. That would push almost a guaranteed 7, unless they have Mystic. It loses to Mystic.
You'll be pushing 2 more if you true shot now, because you true shot, he develops a blocker, and then you pull it with Jace.
I'm pushing 2.
So if you're going to be using the true shot anyways, yeah, Heimer will be able to hit Nexus. If you swing now, Heimer will not. You won't even like probably attack with Heimer. If you true shot, then he'll have 1 blocker. Because you hit Heimer, you hit the Nexus for 6, Heimer for 4, Reggie for 2. Because Jace doubles it. 3 on Nexus. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
No.
what I'm thinking.
I
If you're
would.
gonna
I
true
would have missed the
shot
line.
anyways,
Fucking
if you're gonna
armored
true
stomper.
shot
Yeah.
anyways,
Because of course. Because I'm not considering the. Oh no, armored stomper. But yeah, I'm not considering the armored stompers that I'm getting from this, and then this beats vengeance lines, and then this doesn't lose to the immediate mystic shot because I have more that can.
Yeah, you're removing. You're in terms of actions, you're winning in the immediate actions because you're 2 for winning by removing 2 units with 1 spell.
Right.
And you're winning in the long term because you're creating 2 free units. So even if you have to develop out more, because let's say you played like assembly line here, and then you again don't really have the cleanest lethal, then you can say, okay, I'll play an armored stomper. I'll play another armored stomper. If you hold up the mana to remove my 7/2, then I have these big fucking guys that are just going to swing at your next and kill you no matter what. So you're basically forking him here in a sense because
And it was just so hard for
whether
me to
you
think of, yeah, see, I've gotten myself completely overwhelmed like in the last season where when I didn't have you to help me through these, like I just ugh, I forgore. Unharmed Horn, thank you so much for the follow, really appreciate it. That is deeply confusing why the notification didn't come up because I just
I was
tested.
just wondering that.
I mean, I just tested pre-stream to see if it was working again.
Yeah, I think this guy's pissed. I think he went down to the wire on your play and he thought you were roofing him, so now he's sleeping. Or maybe
And
he's
Wian,
just,
thank
like,
you so much for the
actually-
follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, what is wrong? Like, because the sub notifications are coming
It's all
through.
right. I can wait.
The sub notifications are absolutely coming through. I
Thank
shouldn't
you
get
very much for
distracted
the
right now,
follow,
though.
my
But...
friends. Alright, let's see how this plays out. I'm really curious, actually, what the response is going to be here. I think the best one is assembly line, float mystic, or not float, but hold mystic shot mana. But you still beat that. I think you have like just about a guaranteed lethal at this point. If they pass, you develop one armored stomper and then attack to avoid playing into ruination.
Okay, so hang on. I had a bit of a brain lapse here, right? So we pre-committed the true shot, so I didn't see that. I mean, I mean, the stompers are not necessary now that I'm being roped, correct? Or...
Legends don't determine themselves.
So if you
Like,
attack right now...
What am I losing to? Because I'm trying to think of, like, my own options. I lose only to... I mean, if it's single vengeance... Because they can't double vengeance, right? If it's single
Mystic
vengeance...
plus big removal.
Mystic plus big removal.
I think one
okay,
stomper.
Yeah, so...
I think one stomper, because what he could be doing here is waiting for you to play these out and then ruinate. Because that's a card that some people run. So if you play one and he ruinates, you still have lethal because your second stomper is lethal.
Right. Okay.
And
Yeah.
now
Because now I'm
he
beating.
has to
Yeah.
spend mana to deal with it.
It's so hard for me to do the calculations on the fly, even when I'm playing a deck that against a deck that I obviously know. Like even when the deck list is seen, right? Like.
And now if you attack, now your lethal is not, is unstoppable.
It's not interruptible.
You don't have to overdevelop. You can just go.
Yeah, because the otherwise, I mean, like, what? I was about to say like, oh yeah, they're
oh,
I was about to say like, imagine like some random pass generate tech or something, but like no, that wouldn't affect me anyway because I've played them. It's not they're summoned. Right?
That would be so funny.
But that would be funny. This high quality coaching feels like you paid $300 for it. It helps to know the right people, doesn't it? Like.
We don't speak of the $300 coach.
We don't speak of the $300 coach.
I keep seeing clips from him. He's so fucking angry
He's so
all
angry.
the time.
He's angry. He's just okay. Hold on. Now I have to take. I have to take my note on this game. Jaysheimer. I was against Jaysheimer, right? We won that game. I've just pressed Control W instead of. Yeah, I just closed my tab.
What landmark do I blow up with Desert Naturalist? I feel like you're setting me up for a giggity here. I feel like you're setting me up for a bet.
And the big concept that I need to remember is okay, I'm actually gonna set that as a like my review format will just be like an ongoing question, right? Because this is now a new concept. So actually, I'll work on it with new concept, right? I'll write that down. There's a new concept. Put it in red so I remember that like I have to keep developing this.
Cam, am I allowed Vandal as well, or just Shurima? I'm curious.
I need to remind myself that because like the early stuff that we did, like way back like 2 seasons ago. Because back like 2 seasons ago we started talking about like just what is the most bang for your buck, like what swings the most in like one action, right?
Yeah.
Multi-target removal is also an in quotes like action sheet.
Yeah, exactly.
This grants tempo for pushing lethal because like I would have just gotten boomed by like a vengeance hand, right?
Yeah. So you think about something like
if I played this alone.
Because of Palm, a Riptide Sermon. I wonder if Riptide Sermon's still in the game, by the way.
Let's find out.
Look at those cards, and those are like the most traditional 2-for-1s because it's either kill a unit or stun a unit, and then add your own unit as well.
It is. Riptide Sermon is still standard.
Oh damn. Okay, I might try and do something with that. This might be like playable in a weaker format.
Right, but because I always viewed that as like like we're how do I phrase this? I've never really thought of it in a way that's not just like because Concussive Palm is the classic example of it.
Yeah.
But I never thought of it as like not just you deal with one of theirs and create one of yours. It's just deal with 2 of theirs. It's the same effect, right?
That's positive.
I completely forgot.
If you're trying to slap down the board. If you're trying to develop defensively, it's the same thing actually. Develop defensively. Fucking insane. You're trying to punish the development on your defense. What I mean.
I'm so glad that my favorite deck is like one of the most like it stayed relevant, right?
Yeah, I didn't expect that many standard decks, many previous decks would become or stay relevant in standard. I think Varus Akshon's going to be another one. They lost Absolver, which hurts, but
Nami Jack. Okay, new deck. Gonna have to learn this.
I got you.
You got me. You got a list for me. Okay. Do we want our one of Forge here? Is this is like combo, right? This is not trying to beat me down early, so the Forge would probably be bad for my curve. Okay.
I believe so. Yes, this seems like a combo deck.
So I want
I gotta go
to
get
fish from. I mean, I have
Scramble.
Jace, I have Shock Blast. It's highly likely if this is a combo that they're going to develop one of their key pieces early. Nami's vulnerable to Shock Blast. I think I probably mull like this, and this is most likely to disrupt what they're trying to do.
Yeah, if this guy drops the Nami, he's a bit of a creature, like unleveled Nami. I guess.
Vagar Nora stays relevant too, but loses to. Yeah, so I mean, I was probably like teching my deck wrong. I tried to play Darkness at the beginning of last season. Probably teched it incorrectly. Probably piloted it poorly. Probably was a mistake to play it in very early season last season when Broadmane was running around. But
Alright, that's the deck right there.
yeah, I just picked the wrong time. So okay, so we are playing against Trinket Trade. Okay, there's not a lot of brand new cards. Double Trouble, Risky Venture. Speaking of Risky Venture,
You know what Risky Venture does?
yes. Oh, I'm reading it right now. It is a Mystic Shot that makes 2 coins if it works.
Oh, you are reading it right now.
Okay, so I don't know the counterplay to coin yet. I'm just gonna deal with it. They could still Nami here. I mean, so here's the problem. I'm now the one that's getting a little bit pressured. Because if I pass and I just burn my mana and stuff, then
There's no sense in passing.
yeah. So probably, I mean, I think that just leaves me with either the greedy line of formula or production surge if I'm trying to be the beatdown.
Either Argagar formula or create some turrets for fun.
create
your shock blast for next turn. Where
Oh my god, how have I forgotten the core value of formula? Yeah, duh. That's... Thank you. I can't believe I
I don't think
completely...
that means formula is the only choice, but I think if you're worried about them playing out a Nami and you want to kill it ASAP, that's, you know, the best way to maintain threat.
Right, well, the entire premise of my mulligan was to do exactly that. Well, now, I mean, I suppose I could have just Jaced here either way, like...
So now you're again kind
this
of
puts me
burning
on
the
5.
same amount of mana, but you're slightly more comfortable burning that mana, probably. Like, they want to spend mana to level their champions. You don't
Okay, so
need
hold
to
on.
do that.
What do I lose to? If Jace comes out, I could, like, immediately get... I mean, it'd be worst case, like, heavy metal after I use him to remove something. Pocket Picker, Shelly's bad, but Shelly can't come out yet. Nami can come out, Jack can come out. Jack is... Okay, Jack beats Jace, so I'm gonna pass.
I think that's probably that. Yeah, Jack beats Jace, exactly. So if they pass back here, you're quite happy.
Ah, there we go. Okay, so we are going to... I'm gonna immediately Hexpliterate him, I think, because, like...
I think that's a very solid call.
What's their defense for it in this list? Nothing. There's no defense for it.
None.
There's no defense for it.
It would
Okay.
be like Trinket Trade into something, like, I don't even fucking know. I don't think that there's anything. The great thing, too, is that this maintains your 6-cost spell mana for next turn, so if they now develop out a Nami, you can still boom it. If they develop out Shelly, which is like a big one, then, you know,
I can boom it.
Blast.
Well, hold on. Can I
Shelly
boom it?
can't buff.
Shelly is... I can't mouse over Shelly right now. Shelly's, like, weak on stats, right? Like,
That's 3/3.
3/3, okay.
So
Oh, ooh! Nice! I'm already enjoying putting this extra Shock Blast in my deck. Like, yeah, we don't have Twin anymore, right?
Wait,
Place your
yeah,
bets.
I
Is this a
sent you-
variant then? Yes, this is a
I sent you
variant.
Jack Nami Vandal. This is Ion. That's fucked up.
What could you ever teach
So it has
me?
stuff like Whoosh.
Okay, so in this case, there's no penalty to me playing either Jace or Heimerdinger, and Jace would be a 5/5 and now beats Jack.
Sorry, but what did they play to open their turn? Why do they have...
They
mana?
played Place Your Bets.
Oh, I see. Oh, but they can refill, what, 4 now? Yeah.
Thank you. Yep, 4 mana. Okay,
So
so
he
what
actually
does...
has 5 mana still.
It's 5 still, which could actually be threatening, which could be Shelly, which could... Okay, so actually, in that case... I know that might not be, like,
Ooh.
optimal, but...
No, I'm just understanding coins better now.
Routine
That's fucked
style.
up.
Like, how fucked up is that pressure? Like, that's...
That's That's unethical. Oh my god.
That pressure is absurd. Like, I'm
What?
Giga Demacia.
Wait.
Okay, so Shelly
That's
would
what I'm
not
thinking.
die to my Mystic Shot. There would be nothing higher value for it anyway. Otterpuss. What's Pocket Picker? What does that do?
2 mana, 2/1, or 1 mana, 2/1, last breath, create a coin.
Oh, Burblefish dies to this.
It's just another elusive, yeah. I mean, this one will keep giving them recursive draw value.
And I don't want recursive
think
draw
this
value
is
for a combo deck.
Yeah.
I've chosen to play it this
problem
way, and then, like, worst case, if they replenish their coins and try to do something, which, I mean, they spent their attack token now. So, actually, I mean, as played, I think it's now time to play Ferris Financier for value, and... I didn't even consider that this gives me the option of Eradication now.
That's sick, yeah. Alternatively, third Shock Blast for fun.
To be honest, it probably is Shock Blast, but... I mean, Eradication, I mean, what... If I developed... You have 3, you have 4. You're 2, yeah. Shelly's 3. Burblefish is low. Eradicate, I mean, it's an expensive punish to something that can be answered by just a Shock Blast, so...
I help when I can. Shut up when I can't.
Yeah, the great thing about this is if they wanted to use coin and play Shelly here, you would still have, you know, threat on it on the open stack. So if you don't know if you want to play something on the open here, you can also soft pass by attacking. Because there's literally no consequence.
Soft pass by
here.
attacking, I didn't even... I mean, because I'm thinking here, like, it locks me out of the line of using Jace's removal, but when my hand is removal, then...
Yeah, and they're never going to play anything
Okay.
into your Jace, right? So if you play Jace, then they're just going to wait until you've used your attack token and then play something. Or you could burn their mana. Like, that's another... You could play Jace and then attack their mana as a resource because they can't control out of it. Yeah, like, right now, what they're doing is... They're playing very scared.
What are the odds of Knuckle? Not possible. Not possible, because that would be 4,
Yeah.
6 spent... Okay, so not possible. So therefore, this is my Heimerdinger turn.
That sounds fine.
Ah, the sweet
Like, question of, like, how ridiculous...
Ooh,
If they play
the
Shelly, how
development.
ridiculous can things get? Oh, risky venture. But it doesn't...
Second.
Huh?
Is an option.
Does this guy have heavy metal? If this guy plays heavy metal...
Yeah, it's gonna be heavy metal, which is fine. Like, I'm okay with that. It protects Jace, it protects Albus, like...
The wrong order. What? I don't
Soft
understand.
hands when attacking is an option in removal. Heavy hands.
It has to be second. No, he doesn't have mana for second. I don't get why this guy just risky ventured your Heimerdinger. That makes literally no sense.
I mean, this could actually end up being a coin turn for something.
Oh, yeah, fucking coins. Like,
I mean, because Shelly could come out now. I mean, if Shelly came out now, would it make any sense? Like, I don't think Heimerdinger's in any danger, is he? No, he's not. Okay.
I'm like so flabbergasted right now, dude.
So my intention, now that I don't have the attack token, is to, you know, there's gonna be some development. It's a Barnacles. Okay, then my
If you
favorite
have
line would
agreed.
be Shock Blast onto you, and then here, because again, there's no protection in this deck we've established.
Yeah.
And I don't want to overgreed, right? Like, I know I can
Yeah,
take the
definitely.
3 and be fine. I can also absolutely guarantee that I don't lose to heavy metal by, you know, just making sure my Florbegon comes out now.
Exactly.
So I'm
So
gonna do
your
that.
options are the greedy Jace into Shock Blast, which threatens Heimerdinger being removed, which threatens that guy attacking instead of developing,
Mhm.
but has more upside. And then this is like the safer option, which doesn't lose to remove. I don't fucking understand why this guy would ever remove your Heimerdinger this turn and not last turn, but
Mocho! Oh, they're not
Oh.
playing the list we were...
that did not get rotated.
Oh, we forgot about Mocho. Okay.
I think that's fine,
God
honestly.
be king with that
There's
bracket of
Jack.
eight pounds.
Jack cannot be blocked, which would be okay. If I took 7 this turn, that would also be fine. Jack has no way of, like, giving himself challenge. Yeah, because remember, we were looking at the wrong list. We're playing in Ionia. Ionia doesn't have any ways of forcing me to interact. I will be okay with taking 7, and I will accept... Well, first of all, I'm just gonna Flurby on it, I think.
My most
Yeah.
groundbreaking invention to date.
Oh, question is how to play out next turn.
Who else wants to bet against
Ionia has challenge or something. Wait, really? What cards
Oh,
give...
and Trancing Lure. 2 mana, give an ally challenge.
Oh my gosh, we actually have to consider that now that rotations occurred and
Yep.
just changed the landscape, don't we?
Yeah, and they have barnacles, right? So
And barnacles are, I mean, that's brash, that's striker and a coin, that's, oh, there could be some funny business happening here.
Fight me! I'll take on the lot of you!
oh, it's Heimer.
Chum the waters.
That's an
Okay, that's right, because we're thinking only about Challenger and not vulnerable for Chum the
I'm
waters.
still like a little bit tilted, honestly, that this guy played Risky Venture on your Heimerdinger. It's like really bewildering.
Okay, and of course long. Okay, so we're definitely taking a little more damage than I would have hoped. And Jace's value would be removal anyway. He would not trade cleanly with Jack. I mean, it feels kind of way. You know what? Is it that wrong to play a production surge here? And no, because I'm never gonna have something that actually blocks Brash. So I think I have to accept my misplay and just take some damage here if I want to win the game.
I think that's pretty fair.
Okay, but I can also now develop the Jace and there will be no consequence, so may as well do it now.
Tomorrow has never looked so good!
Hey, big man.
You ready to get invented?
Oh dear. Alright, yeah, this is a bit of a shame.
So it begins.
So we will take 11 here. Oh, really? That's your line. Oh, because Jack also has... Oh, wait, what does Jack... Oh, Jack natively has Overwhelm on flip. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so be it, right? Like...
Yeah, I'm not all too pressed here, honestly.
Wait! Oh, financier!
No, because no Brash.
I'm a dummy! We were playing...
Dude.
Like... Financier and... Okay, whatever. It's a second misplay on top, and if it's just like a failure to... Yeah, it's a basic misplay, not something
Ooh.
to...
That's a soft pass right there.
That does leave every one of my options open. Do we need
Yeah,
the
that
soft
changes
pass? Like, okay,
nothing.
yeah, we're the control deck. There's no urgency here. Like,
Hey, Rosa. Got
Okay,
some
so
new
Mojo
tools.
could
You're
still
probably
go.
gonna like shock
Great.
blast something
Running
here.
into
It's just a question of
issues.
what
What
are
you
you
got?
shock blasting, right? So
yeah, and it's...
there's no threat of knuckle, which is good because there's no coins to make that play happen.
we just need to make sure... Wait, there are 3 coins already.
Wait, what the fuck? Where did 3 come from? Wow.
From
He had a
Barnacles
heavy
and
metal.
for Strike, create 2 coins in hand on Jack.
I see. He had a fucking heavy metal that whole time, and he played Risky Venture first on your Heimer. I don't
Okay,
get
so
it.
this is 6 onto enemy.
You could remove his entire board right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide, because I fear that my enemy is fishing for lethal next turn and is more likely to find it than I will. Like, okay, hang on. If Jace survives, I could get blown out by second Mocho if Jace pulls. I mean, I wouldn't get blown out, no. I would get slightly delayed. It would be... Okay, hang on. So, I think it has to be... We have to open with Shock Blast. We have to open with Shock Blast. Attacking... I don't think this particular Shock Blast can actually go on the Nexus now that I'm looking at
No.
this. 'Cause...
I agree with you. I think Jack and and Longtooth rather.
Exactly what I was
agree with
thinking. Okay, so we're on the same page on that one.
Good.
He played risky. Yeah, okay. I think it has to be this. And obviously it's not going to give me a new Flora Be Gone because Heimerdinger's been dead for a bit. This
Yeah.
beats a Mocho. Second Jack can still come out.
Huh?
Oh,
my
tag out. Oh, we
God.
forgot about this one. We call it ally.
Testing.
Okay, but they can't play Jack. Oh, Jack's 4. Oh. Whoops.
They can play Jack, but they can't like threaten an open lethal.
Okay, yeah, and
So
it also means that I mean I think it's if they replay the Jack. Okay, so they're this actually buys us plenty of time because they're gonna have to spend time replaying the Jack, which also means that like my second Shock Blast can
yeah, you get another
threaten
shot.
that. Okay,
I
so
don't even.
Engaged.
I think this might be a bait. I think you might be getting baited.
Oh, but coins, 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 coins! God,
I think you take your.
I think I
your
take the
free
end round, don't I?
Yeah. I mean, even if they didn't have coins, like you might just be getting baited into a Mocho trade on the Jace there, and then he plays Jack next turn, and you don't have the double shock blast anymore. And if you didn't top deck that Vengeance, we would have fucked. Whereas now, like you're sleeping. You're actually like it's snoozing at the wheel.
Okay, so I'm sitting on 10, and so I only have one of my spells. Then Production Surge is an option. For the highest likelihood to win the game. It's either Vengeance or Shock Blast, obviously. It's just which one. Shock Blast uses Jace more effectively, but it's more susceptible to Mocho. So because it's more susceptible to interaction, then I think it would have to be Vengeance here.
Yeah. Also, this doesn't lose to deny, whereas Shock Blast does.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You're right. There's too many options.
So,
too many upsides.
problem is, like,
Coins also
how
let Jack
much-
get extra attack, maybe. Yeah, because there's the Knuckle, Mako, like, crazy line, right?
I don't think he has enough mana for Knuckle Mako Bowl with the coins right now.
It's +4, so it would be Knuckle, and then... Oh, they wouldn't even be able to play Mako at this point.
Yeah, and then they would play coins, Mako, and then they would have 3 instead of the 6 they needed for Bowl.
A second tag out,
You
okay.
gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, that's fine because he doesn't. Oh no, that is actually a.
Minor blowout, yeah. There's no sense in holding mana, I think. Yeah, they've... Wow, Ionia is... Okay, so Tag Out is a card that I really have to become aware of, and it's probably going to become a staple in Ionia.
Agreed. That's
so
unethical.
We've established that now.
That also indicates low chance of any health buff, which is good. So the question is, can you survive this turn? If you survive this turn, you have to sack your Jace. Do you have one in hand? Yeah, you do.
Okay, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, and I can spend my mana on next Jace. What are you trying to do with your coins?
He's getting attack on Jack.
Wait, what?
When
When you refill... Oh, that's what he does. I didn't read him carefully.
Oh, that's exact. Fuck.
Is it really?
That's exact.
Oh, so we just got blown up by playing around Tag Out improperly.
Tag Out is so illegal. Okay. Yeah. I think that's how you play Jack decks. I think today
Okay, I mean, again, we can boil that one down to a I mean, very basic failure to understand like a new card and just simple misplays around like that sort of thing, right? So Tag Out likely to become a staple and must be played around. Very hard for removal based. I mean, because historically, heavily removal based decks have struggled against these sort of things.
yeah,
right?
it's a cheap removal and then play that. It costs exactly as much mana for them to recall and replay Jacks. That's where you cast your Vengeance in the first place. So they're not even going down on mana to completely negate your spell.
Yeah, and so that's what we meant in the chat. Like, because when I saw extra attack, I interpreted that as rally, right?
Oh, yeah, no.
But no, it's literally additional power. Like,
that's what Jack rather gets on his level 2. So in that case, if we'd had second Tag Out in mind, then Shock Blast would have been better and would have saved you from lethal there. But instead, we chose to play around either second Mocho or Deny. And as the lists become more popular, it'll become more clear which ones we have to worry about.
So again, you're trying to because now the follow notification is working. Like, okay.
Thank you for the follow.
Never early. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so because again, we're talking about a thing where it's like we have to ground ourselves in reality, right? That was one of our primary goals going in today. And
yes,
the reality is there are new cards out and lists are very experimental. So I simply will lose some games to things I don't know. Is there any sense of like getting upset, like denying that, or like saying it's like, oh, I'm so bad, like I didn't no sense. So
nope.
Now that we okay, but that's fine. We're gonna. I do want to get like the early season climbing out of the way, so then like when I actually have the struggle bust through diamond, then I have time to have the struggle bust through diamond, right? So.
Yeah.
Tag out was much more unlikely than the other two. Playing around it was probably incorrect. Yeah, but the fact is, like, I'm not very good at playing around all of the options yet. I'm not like processing them quickly, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Ooh, darkness!
No, darkness. Yeah, we don't even know what's in that deck because it's so new and the lists aren't common, right? So, you know, maybe a month down the line,
yeah, there's
we
probably
know
like
they
some
don't
net
have
outs.
9 in the deck, and then it becomes more proper to play around tag out instead.
Okay,
Or maybe
Jace
they
high
run
value
both.
into Vhagar. He doesn't have stress defense anymore.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's a
Yeah,
bit-
so
the-
okay, so keeping Jace would be good. Keeping production, sir. I mean, is it improper to become the beatdown into darkness here? I mean, this is gonna give them an extra catalyzer hit if I don't mull for Mystic Shot or anything like that, but I will choose to mull like this, and then I will refine later. Like, I'll make a note. I will refine later, like, what my role against darkness is.
Yeah. Oh, Reggie's great. That means you have a blocker for the catalyzer.
No way Vhagar with Senna, no Nora beats me. That's fair. I do
Ooh.
remember this used to be one of my favorite decks. I will simply accept that. That's okay.
Yeah. Oh, you also have a way to nuke
Soul
Vhagar with Soul Harvest. Yeah, that's
Oh
a
my
huge
god, I
shot.
didn't even think. This is the first time we've drawn it, right? So I'm not. And Projective EXT, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you enjoy your time with us.
Thank you very much, my friend.
I am
Good that you
willing
want.
to just slam the production surge and see what happens because Vhagar's 4, right? Yeah, and if I'm playing as the beatdown, then I don't want to overthink my lines and just go, right?
I don't see anything better. Wait, you just pass, and then you play your handler. And your board is so big.
I would like to do...
Because playing Jace on 4 won't be a response to Vhagar on 4 anyways, because you can't challenge him till 5.
Because I don't have the attack. Okay, so, and just swinging here for practically 3 damage.
I think you can swing with the 2-1, you're fine with that trade. But the 1-1s you probably want to buff up. Because I think he won't want to trade into your 2-1.
Well, okay, but
right?
if I were to do that, then where's the sense in not swinging with everything, right? Because I mean, I know they could choose like.
Because they'll block.
Oh, because I'll just lose a creature for nothing, and then.
Yeah. This one, they don't want to trade. They would want to block your 1-1. They don't want to block your 2-1 because they don't want to lose their unit in the trade.
Well, it's
They would
it's
take
a
it if it
unit
were
that's
a
already
free
gotten its
block.
value as the thing, right? So I think this player probably would. Okay, actually, hang on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and then this
Yeah.
thing becomes resistant to the darkness later, which is why they're dealing with it now. Probably should have seen that coming, to be honest. I think it was a misplay. If I was going to lose the unit anyway, then I goofed.
I know.
You would. Okay, here's the thing. If my principle is, if a unit would not get value later, simply take. But I think it would get value later because of this hand
I
play.
agree.
So
Yeah.
So by that principle, I would be okay with taking some Nexus health. Like,
You
yeah.
got the big lads on the board.
Do you pass on 4 to keep up Soul Harvest mana?
Oh, we have a freaking answer that isn't Jace. So true. Because how much does Darkness deal?
Would not be a bad, because now it's
3?
3. It deals 3. So it's still out of Jace range, and I would. Okay, so now we have to decide. Yeah, we have to decide. Is it Jace or is it Soul Harvest? Is it Jace or is it Soul Harvest? Is it Jace or is it Soul Harvest? Because Jace is more susceptible to some
There any reason it
interaction.
needs to be Jace?
Is there any reason for it to be
He's not
Jace?
leveled. He's not leveled yet.
Yeah, but I mean, oh, and I
can't
only
do
have
both.
one Jace, so I don't want to throw him away as trivially. But I have a second one in Albus eventually, I guess.
You're probably not going to get a better use for Soul Harvest than killing Vhagar, even for 4 mana.
Right, because the alternative would just be like, yeah, a catalyzer or something.
Jace is risky, Soul Harvest is not, and the Jace is probably going to be a more valuable card anyways. And he's
Darkness
not
is on
leveled,
3
so
right
there's
now.
no
Yep.
need.
Darkness is on 3. And we get a glimpse.
Nice. Big dubs.
So they're going
But,
to.
yeah,
They
the
may
idea-
darkness my handler here, which, if they do, fine.
I mean, you're happy with your swing. Like, this is a swing you're much happier with. And now he's going to throw away his 4-2.
In fact,
and
I'm
you're gonna deal
additionally
4
going to
next
develop Reggie out.
Yes, great call.
And in this case, I think Formula is probably it. No.
Yeah, I think Argami Formula is probably... the correct choice from the
I did. Yep. I shaved like 30 minutes before I started stream.
Oh,
I think I missed a spot. Like.
Pixels on the fucking screen, I couldn't even tell. Alright, you immediately murder Senna, which is nice.
Thousands to go.
Hold on. I think. Okay, hold on. I think. Sorry. I think we're at the point where you're like over giving me my lines. Like.
Yes, that's fair.
Yeah, but and in this case, because there's no answer to Hex Splitterator, I would choose this one instead. It also removes Senna from like the. I don't know if Remitter, if Ethereal Remitter, right? The Revive a Champion, is that still in the pool for standard?
I'm more wondering about Mist Call, actually.
Okay, well either way, like it's more proper here, no?
Yeah, Mist Call is in standard.
Why not Heimer? I think it would be like really obnoxious to give Senna the chance to generate a bunch of extra darknesses. Like I don't need to rush the Heimer, I don't think. Remember, I'm playing as the beatdown. I don't want to play exclusively the value line here. Like, wait, but if I'm playing as the beatdown, does that then put a hole in my argument of this being the correct line?
Oh. I'm wondering if it's one of those circumstances where you can play Heimer and then just open Vengeance to Senna anyways. It's an idea.
Alright, but Senna would have gotten... Oh, but Senna wouldn't have had the... Wow, I'm not thinking about the... Okay, yeah, see, here's the problem. Yeah, see? So you've been doing a great job at helping me out through the previous games, but now you're giving me too much. My brain is off. I'm realizing how much my brain is off, and I'm starting to panic. So I need to just...
Okay. No worries.
Yeah. So we're gonna get the star out. It's totally fine that we're giving me lines. It's totally fine that, guys. But it's totally fine to give me lines. Jace does not get boomed by darkness here. Jace, okay. Yeah, because I did lose a small opportunity for a Floor Begone at this point, which would have been very helpful. But the Floor Begone would have gotten boomed by the Vengeance and the Darkness anyway, I guess. Jace does... Jace leaves me with 3... A soft pass in Forge Chief makes it easier for me to figure out what to do next.
Yeah, since you're probably not playing Albus here, you're not tapping out of any of your other options.
Okay, and now the only actually threatening line is a Vagar, which the Jace beats, so...
Tomorrow has never
Very
looked so
bizarre
good.
darkness. Kind of just wanted to throw a darkness at something, so he did.
Ready to get
Yeah, it
mad?
hasn't quite flipped him.
All day, every day, Reggie.
True.
This is getting a bit silly. I feel like I actually kind of don't want to pull and just see if he misplays, right?
Let's get moving.
I think I will
His
invite
darkness-
my opponent to misplay.
Okay.
They have
Yeah,
not-
usually when people don't pull with a challenger, the player will immediately throw their unit into the challenger, which is like a hysterical little psychological trick. Where did these pings come from? Oh my god.
Does not win, so I don't need... Yeah, so I'll need to, like, take the time to learn the principles there, right? Because see, my experience playing the deck, which granted was, like, a year and a half ago, so it was a while ago. Okay, hang on.
Why is she 5/5? Oh, bird.
10. Ah, 10? Really? Ah.
Womp womp.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay, Jace is dead. So... Do I want to... I think that's the funny line. I think the men is the funny line, but I don't know if it's the right line.
I will say, without being too overbearing, that now she does have enough mana to make another darkness if given an action. By, like, putting one on the stack and attacking at the same time.
Yes. So if I were I mean, because I don't need to be consistent. I just second darkness would be.
Let's think about this.
Jace is dead anyway. There's nothing threatening to develop. There's no time to develop Heimer. If I leave this as is, then I can Heimer formula into Flurbigon. Okay, let's play this line. Let's play this line. Let's play this line. So yeah, but as I was saying with the Darkness, last time I played Darkness, Darkness was like a really, really, really inevitable deck. Like, it just had absurd scaling, right? And I know the landscape has changed a lot, but that's the perspective I remember. Because, like, I mean, that was my pre-ranked days. Like, I wasn't good at the game by any means.
Spent all your time syncing over Yamato back then. You had like a little poster in your room.
Would not get more value ever, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That still does 3, right? It doesn't kill Heimer.
It doesn't kill Heimer.
Neat.
I mean, I can also formula in response to it, because again, I have 12, so I'm very happy with this.
What seems to be the problem?
See, because like the whole point of me playing this. Okay, so they're just gonna attack my Florbegon with this Darkness now. I wonder if it's not. Wait, why? Wait, hang on. Formula refills me to 4. Which gives me an aftershock, I guess. But like, it's probably. So let's play with my attack token, understanding it's highly likely that Darkness targets this. Let's play a tempo play here. Like,
Yeah, I think this is good.
yeah. Because this is the same principle as using the Thermo to push lethal by preempting it. And then obviously, as soon as I play this, here comes the Darkness. Obviously. It's gonna happen. It is inevitable. I cannot avoid it. Okay, beautiful. And then...
You're also quite happy about it, by the way.
Oh, you know what I get? There was a cheeky play there, actually, where it's fleeting. I can't do that, right? It's fleeting.
Yeah.
There's a really cheeky transmogulator play if I was able to get it.
Oh, that's so fucking silly.
Let me think about this. So, if I swing with Heimerdinger, then Heimerdinger gets blocked, but I push a little extra. And I will always have the means to generate another Flurby. I think I'm going to swing with Heimer, including, and I'm just going to try to push for that burn lethal. I mean, I have a Shock Blast in my hand, and
You got Albus.
I have Albus, and yeah, I mean, this...
Oh, he just actually let Heimer hit. That's surprising.
I have second Albus now.
I think he may be winning this game.
Stolly!
Kill. Death.
Well, yeah, because I need the lifesteal. But I don't have a Jace, so I don't actually have a way to... Into the man or into the... Hold on, are you on summon? Yeah, you're on summon. I think I want him to become a man.
Transform isn't to summon, but you do want it to become a man. Because if they remove their 3-1 with a ping...
Oh, I should have formulated first. My bad. Small misplay.
Oh, I didn't even realize you had one. Okay, well that's pretty nice. Oh, that's so funny. That's so
Scarper
silly.
for a smack you.
We trade the men.
How many Elba stacks now?
9. Hold on, if we can bait out the Darkness onto Flurbegon, then... I mean, they're probably holding either. I would not be surprised if Minimorph re-entered the pool, like, after power level decreased, so, I mean, like, Albus could get minied.
That did stay.
Yeah. But now Heimerdinger creates an even better Flurbegon, so... Yeah, small misplay there on the formula.
I'm just gonna start calling formula Argigard.
Argagard! Sponge boy, me bomb! Me secret formula!
Secret formula.
Okay, Vagar will create a 4 power.
Why? What are you trying to say?
Okay, I am now sitting on the maximum possible, right? I have 13. This leaves me on...
7 with 3 spell mana.
Beautiful. Then I'm gonna formula into Albus.
fucking guy. Oh, maybe play the turret first. See if it
call, good
baits
call.
the darkness. And there it does. I say see if it baits the darkness of those guys any fucking choice.
As if it's gonna be anything else, yeah. Okay, now let's see if Alvis eats a vengeance. I mean, because I can't remove Vagar as is, so...
The Pharaoh's name will last the ages.
See if Alvis eats a vengeance, and then if he doesn't, then... shit, actually, Jace is gonna die insta now, because the darkness will be 5, so I won't have that immediate shock blast lethal if Albus loses. So I do lose to a vengeance line here, unfortunately. Oh, they're fishing for it. Wait, but it's too late, because the ability goes in the stack.
Ooh, you win. Nice, GG.
Work or wither.
Beautiful.
Albus himself is pushing 16 damage on attack.
Too bad. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They actually did find it. I can't believe it. Okay, so thank you everybody for quieting down. I really appreciate it. A big part of like this season is like emotional regulation, where I don't just like panic myself like because I missed a line. We're getting better at it, so.
It's been such a good time for the ASOL emote after you just fucked that guy.
What is like the big takeaway for this? I'm gonna make a note. Missed formula value. So, because like I'm really not thinking of when I need to play that card. I'm also going to say, had to refocus, turn my brain back on. Did so successfully. So because I need to I don't need to just write down criticisms of myself in my notes, right?
Yeah. I need turn 4 is also something pretty big to look at, because that was where we.
Do you think we had like a full review point there?
Potentially. I mean, I don't.
Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go
I think
turn
it's
4.
worth looking at, because what we ended up doing, right, was turn 3 production surge into turn 4 hextech handler, and the rationale behind that was that if you're going to kill Vagar, you can turn 5 Jace. Anyways, because you're
right,
not have the attack token
but we
till
didn't
turn 5.
consider. But like as was pointed out in chat, we didn't consider the what's his face, like the new card, the.
And.
Oh, where's my face?
The hextech handler still keeps all of its value if you play it out
later.
on
Yeah.
the open of turn 5.
So I mean, let's just take a look at this, right? Because we rushed this because it's the line that would have existed previously.
Yeah. Also, I do maintain that 2-1 attack was probably fast, but you accepted that too. Yes, like playing that right there, because the idea behind this was I just
see, and there it is, like immediately. Do we pass on 4 to keep up Soul Harvest? Soul Harvest is the name of the card. And frankly, like
the idea is yes.
Yeah.
Because
we do. That's
what we were thinking. I mean, what we were thinking wasn't bad, but it allowed Vagar to get an extra darkness damage,
which mattered throughout the game,
snowballing a little bit, because he was allowed to live through this turn when we could have killed him this turn and then played the handler next turn. I don't know how to like make that a more general concept, because it's a Vagar specific thing. I guess. I mean, I'm just gonna write down that like Soul Harvest has value worth playing around. Yeah.
Rather than defaulting to old lines. I mean, like we can.
Some champions, you have to be able to kill them when they drop, right? Like Lux, for example. I know she's dead now. She's been murdered. But like the big dynamic of Shadow Isles versus Lux matchups was that you always kept 6 mana, so the instant Lux hit the board, you could pop her. Same deal with Vagar, because you don't want him to last a turn. Any champ that like needs mana to do their thing, or needs a round to end to do their thing, like maybe a champ that levels up on round end, like Kale would also apply to this. If you can delay your plans that you were doing already in order to pop them when they drop instead of popping them a turn later, that's a big deal. So that principle that just applied to Vagar would also apply to like a Lux, would also apply to any champ that needs to wait a turn, or that will get extra value from staying on the board for a turn.
Basically what I'm hearing, and it's in chat as well too, is I did take the wrong approach to this deck. I interpreted this as like, oh, Darkness is a very inevitable archetype, so it's probably worth acting as the beatdown. But in fact, the exact opposite is true, because if I control their tools and I'm the one who's deliberately dragging this out and slowing it down and just playing for removal, they don't actually get to have their tools.
Yeah, how are they going to be inevitable if their darkness never grows? Because Vagar dies immediately. Which is
Yeah, so
a
I mean,
very
I
unique
just
kind of design for a control deck, by the way. Props to Riot on that. That's cool. I like that.
which that's the stuff we wrote earlier. That's not because my notes go. I'm gonna write that down too. I was not supposed to be the beatdown. Darkness is not inevitable if their tools never scale.
Also, the exact opposite of the earlier principle applied on Senna, where you lost the floor beyond kind of for no reason, and I didn't see it either. Also, I do want to make it clear, when I said when you dropped the Senna, I was like, oh, you can just nuke Senna here. I actually said that before the Senna dropped. I was just thinking, like, if they drop Senna, you will have the mana to kill her here if you choose to. So that was like the one time I wasn't trying to feed you a line, and it was just pure happenstance that I said it the instant before she dropped.
Yeah, because
But yeah, in this case, like,
yeah, because it would just be Senna swinging herself for 4. She would hit me in the face, and I wouldn't care. Her darkness wouldn't duplicate. And now I see why we're talking about the Heimerdinger line too. Yeah, because like
so then Heimer comes out now because he's under no threat. Heimer, by the way, is another one of those champs that if Heimer gets an extra turn to live, or if you have enough mana to like play a 6 spell when he drops, then the champ is very, very, very good. Mm-hmm. But that means he needs to be removed immediately, which is why like you want to keep vengeance against Heimerdinger always, because you know if they drop him, then you immediately kill him.
So yeah, otherwise he's gonna get something, right?
Yeah.
Before you play a card, ask yourself if you can skip a turn. Yeah, and oh my god, we don't want to talk about the time like I was playing FTR and I dropped a Buried in Ice on a Harrowing played on a defensive turn. We don't talk about that.
That was unique.
That was my worst blunder ever. But like there was a period when I was much better at using my pass appropriately. And I seem to have lost that during the last season because I just built up way too much panic. So yeah, like either way, that was good. I mean, like, it also just answered another question, because remember, people were trying to teach me, it's like, Quinn, prioritize experience, stop over VOD reviewing, because, like, fucking Iron 4 Quinn VOD reviewing after every game, and I maintained that was useful to learn the base principles of the game, but it stopped being useful, like, for every game, and, like, silver, gold, stuff like that, when I just needed to learn the basics. After that, like, the fundamentals were down, I needed to learn the basics of playing. Now I realize, like, the perfect time to VOD review is if you've been asked a question about whether this line would have been better and you just don't know, and then so you review it. That's the perfect VOD review time. So I'm gonna switch back to the Runeterra screen. I'm gonna write that down. VOD review if you have a specific question without knowing the answer, or of course if you're like. Once you get like far higher in the ladder than I am, then VOD reviewing every game for like specific like optimizations to your lines becomes more important again, but I'm not at that point and I don't want to trick myself into thinking it's necessary again. Like, just we VOD review where appropriate. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Hello. And yeah, Minoshi, exactly. Only review a VOD if you have a question that needs answering. Like, otherwise. Otherwise, I'm either, like... Oops. Otherwise, I am either reviewing without knowing what I'm looking for, which is just stressing me out and wasting my time. Or I am... There was a second one that I've already forgotten. But, like, think about all the times that, like, I was reviewing without help from a coach, and, like... I was just watching what I played, and, like, the takeaways that I would have gotten were very, very surface level and not more helpful than playing another game. But if I do have that question, then that's a big opportunity for learning something, right?
Right.
So, yeah, okay, big. We're moving on up. Let's get back to plat as fast as possible. Let's get back to diamond as fast as possible, and then we can make the. Oh, but we're not. But we're not playing to climb. I knew. I almost fell into a trap. What?
Oh my god.
Mono ASOL with no cheaters peek in the game anymore.
Wait,
Okay,
there's
what
no
could?
cheaters peak? There's no ramp. Never early. Welcome to the Discord.
What could this?
No ramp. Or like, okay,
When he went in without a question, I screwed this up. It was just judgment. It was all judgment. Yep. It was all judgment. I don't know what to mull into this because I just okay. So this is the early season shenanigans where I just cannot possibly know, and so I mull for solitaire. And so I mean I'm gonna want a vengeance. I mean a base ASOL has spell shield, right? Okay, but he's not gonna get to that point. He's gonna be playing all the Freljord ramp cards, so I should probably at that point play it to be the beatdown. So actually, right? Yeah, and sure, yeah. Okay. I mean, alternatively, I know Jace plus Vengeance does just beat ASOL Spell Shield.
Which is a nice little interaction.
So we're gonna swing on 4 with Men plus Hextech Handler. I'm gonna pretend that I was lucky and not planning and just pull this one. Just ramp with the new 1/4. Is it really?
Wait, no way.
Blue buff! I haven't seen blue buff in forever!
Blue buff. Oh my goodness.
Blue buff! I love blue buff!
I have not seen a blue buff in years.
Okay, I don't think the development punishes... I mean, they're probably running freezes, right? Or something, just to try to endure this. Blue buff, my beloved. And there's the new one. Yep, heal me in your Nexus 1. Still very high value in swinging. Can aftershock it next turn if necessary. Roji's back on blue buff post-rotation in Malphite.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So true.
Okay, there's gonna be momentary ramp. What is this? Oh my god, Falling Star!
What?
Right, we need to play around that card now. Because it's... Oh! It's much more usable than Paddle Star, because it doesn't follow... Wait, hang on, which was the one that came after Sleepy Trouble Bubble? Was it Paddle Star?
Paddle Star was main deckable and came after Sleepy Trouble Bubble.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Based and blue buff build. That's so funny. Okay, so I mean, I could either aftershock this immediately, or I could... If I were to aftershock this, then I would be sitting on exactly 9. Thrall Bulwark. I don't take damage from allied spells or skills. So they're probably trying to ping something.
It's gonna avalanche you. He's gonna put you in his montage.
I don't want to be in a montage. I'm gonna play
Put you
Avalanche,
in the
or not Avalanche. I'm gonna play. Is this really aftershock? Am I aftershocking? Am I aftershocking to deny? I could be like 2 or 3 healing. It's the line. Oh wait, that costs 4. I'm trolling. That does not give me access to the line I was hoping for. Hang on.
Nugget, what you got for me?
This is avalanche resistant, still allows me to build up my board, still threatens on the next swing, gives me a good production surge next turn, right? Maybe pass. I mean, pass would not have been a terrible option. It was definitely an option that I should have considered. Again, the line that you're just gonna block me forever anyway. I kind of just want to accept this. No, like, I mean, it trades because you have no push through, so.
Yeah, you played
I'm just supposed to take favorable. Wait, what am I saying? It's a 3, and then we're gonna force a combat trick out if it exists. What am I saying? I'm not doing math. Okay, Quinn.
It's probably just gonna be avalanche.
Let's do some math. Okay,
Let's do some
we're set. We're falling into this trap again. Here's the avalanche. Yes, so that's all well and good, and we'll accept it. And now it's fine. And now that the avalanche is gone, and that it is statistically unlikely for them to have another one. Actually, is this? I'm going to have one more turn to play like some ridiculous Heimer beatdown. Okay, actually, I'm going to, because there's not going to be any way to push for lethal here. We're going to take a couple turns to develop, and then we're going to Giga Swing on 8.
The sweet smell of
Combat tricks and Freljord.
They
They could be a Pale Cascade. They could be running a Pale Cascade. Oh, Sunburst. I think I've blundered. Okay, yeah. I just played Heimerdinger into my enemy's full mana bar, and no way of immediately proccing him. Made a dip from your D. Sorry to hear. Things have been going well so far today. Like, they're fine. I mean, obviously, this particular game, I'm making mistakes, but we don't want to over-focus on one game. And I'm sorry that I have to keep repeating this, guys. I'm sorry I have to keep, like, vocally repeating that. Oh, it's my turn. But, like, we're gonna judge the hell out of ourselves if I don't.
Sun and steel.
Okay, a Solari Sunforger is here, so I shall open with Reggie. I don't love any of these with what should be coming next.
If it's a people problem, I'm your man. Come on.
That leaves me with 6.
Bright light.
I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll have 8. Or I could have 10. Is it better for me to men into 8 production surge or Jace into 10?
When Jason a 10 production surge, like, has to be responded to or you win the game.
Yeah, and this one actually has the means to play whatever they, like, beat whatever they develop, right?
Yeah, this could just be second.
Which is fine. That's fine. Vagar Nora, but I'd rather have Eradication or Piercing Darkness.
That's
Which is probably more of a question for you than for me, but...
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Okay, I mean, it's just... I have a double Hextech Handler thing, so let's just swing and see what happens and really exert
Wait,
some
yeah,
pressure,
if you get,
right?
like, a bunch of units.
Oh my god!
Nice 10-10. Nice cock. Oh.
It really rolled that?!
He had a nice cock.
Where's my mites? Where's my battle fury? Where's my, like...
Sorry, what region combo? Hello? Okay, it's fine. It looks like he bricked, so...
Okay, I mean, we're fine with that.
I think you just win the long game by default at this point. Unless he, like, really clutches his hand. No, that's Cosmic Youngling, so...
Isn't Eradication very likely to hit all of your own portal guys? And I mean, I guess it resets to neutral, right? It's just...
But yeah, Eradication kills... like, so many... Eradication kills Vagar. And, like, so many of your own main deck units. Like, by the same logic, Eradication kills Heimerdinger in this deck. I wouldn't run more than one copy of Eradication in Norvegar. I think you kill too many of your own units, and Darkness is one of those control decks that does want to put a few units on the board early.
So yeah, it's I need to remember this is like the Acel synergy.
Oh yeah.
So he's coming next turn, but I can't.
Because they mono cheat him, but he would be coming out
Obliterate.
next turn anyways. I'm not sure they have him.
Hex Obliterator doesn't work anymore, and I just because I played this, I tapped under.
Oh,
I
they
tapped
played
him
they
in.
played Nightfall, Eclipse Dragon. So that's not setting up for Acel. They were refilling their
They
hand.
were refilling their hand. Okay, and this was Naked Sunforger.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not even in that much danger. I'm just so it's probably just.
I like the Mandem. That's now what I'm calling that card. They're the Mandem.
We have the men. That's the Mandem. All right, the men are online. Besides,
men,
T
the
Hex trades really
Argagard.
well into this, and I mean, like,
You have favorable enough trades across the board. Don't do it.
I
Don't
want
let
another
the brain
T Hex. A
goblin
man becomes a
take
T
over.
Hex. What do you mean? It's a good play. I promise. Okay. How do I approach this? How do I approach this? I don't have my champions. I'm just sitting on Hex Obliterators. You get everything gets chump blocked here, and most things don't even finish their kills. Although, wait a minute. Hang on. Wait, I'm 2 wider, and I still have a Okay, if I were to fish for a Transmogulate play, which I genuinely think is my best chance of going for lethal, like going wide here.
I don't know if you need to rush it. I think.
But yeah, what do I lose to is the thing. Okay, so Reggie leaves all of my options on the table still.
Yeah, soft
Okay,
pass, nice.
And it gives me a... Well, this gives me a Dawning Shadow, but I already have a bunch of kills. It's still one of the best of the options that I have here, I think.
Yeah, second Song Spinner, nope. Ruination,
And Ruination,
nope.
like, I mean, I'm winning on board. I don't want to play a Ruination.
Exactly.
It's like Robocop. We can rebuild him.
Oh. Fucking goodbye to that guy. Wait, that guy does die to Hex Obliterator.
He
I
does
believe.
die to Hex Obliterator. Yeah, because it's an
technically,
obliteration. If it
It
would
should
die,
work.
obliterate it instead. So, I mean,
That
I don't
should work. And that stops him from blocking a unit and then attacking. Yeah, that does. That's so fucking funny.
And, okay, because we're not rushing a silly, like, T-Hex, like... Because worst case... Okay.
Yeah, there's really no harm to doing this. Because this is
And obviously
more
I
than
can't
likely gonna
Transmogulate
put-
Burst Lethal here.
Yeah, this is more than likely going to put Eclipse Dragon in range of Death to Hex Obliterator, so that could be a target. Something else could potentially be a target. You know, at this point, you're winning. This guy has to play something that beats you. So you have to see what that is.
Okay, yeah, so I have to... he has to beat me, because I always have access to the funny play.
Yeah. You also have a response to Assault, which is good, in the form of Aftershock, Dawning Shadow. Oh, or Jace, Dawning Shadow, even better.
They're done. Okay.
Nice.
Beautiful. So... Okay, so... So, I mean, I'm just gonna write down to myself that, like... Oops, that's the wrong row. I know you guys can't see my list, but I'm going to write to myself that I tried to rush again. Remember that when you're winning very heavily on board and cards, the opponent is pressured to beat you. Is that a fair conclusion? Like...
Yep. I mean, again, you're in a circumstance there where you're looking to take soft pass plays where you can. You're looking to not let the pressure go on your opponent, but try to force them to do something
I mean, yeah, because
first.
it keeps exerting pressure if I'm soft passing, right?
Exactly.
And,
Whereas
and
if you actually pass,
the problem is
then
I've
you're
learned the principles too
not.
specifically. I'm like, oh, Ice Pillar exerts all this pressure, not what else can be an Ice Pillar. Like,
Yeah, like, and then, Nora, open attacking, exerts so much pressure. If the enemy has nothing on their board, or, like, that he's not going to get blocked, Reggie is just, like, wearing a Nora costume sometimes, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. One neat feature, wishes in this game, lighting up with the enemies mousing up. That does seem a little silly. Okay, Caitlyn Timo. Has this been rising in... I mean, I'm asking you, even though it's, like, day one. Soul Harvest is kind of funny.
It's a Flash Bomb Peddler deck, by the way.
And that's a 3/3.
That's a 1/3. 2 mana 1/3.
Oh, Flash Bomb Peddler, not the Shroom guy. Oh, because this is going to hit all their value engines. It's both peddlers. We have both the peddlers. So Soul Harvest is amazing to keep.
Soul Harvest is fantastic.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm gonna keep my. I'm gonna keep in this case my assembly line because it doesn't lose as hard to. And I'm going to. It doesn't lose as hard to flash bombs. And I'm going to get rid of Ferris Financier on the off chance that I'm able to pull a Mystic Shot for Timo. Because even if I don't, even if I get something worse, it's still like, okay, well.
Womp womp.
Okay, well, yeah. Sometimes that's just how it be.
Tough places bring tough people.
Is it necessary to hit Sting Officer with that? We're trying to make sure this is the highest value, like, cause lineup theory. I'm trying to use lineup theory here. Is this the highest value response to Sting Officer? Or would I rather, I think I would rather, in this case, play out my assembly line on 3, and then on 4, if a bigger threat comes out, like something worse, then I can deal with it, or if the Peddler, I mean, because the Peddler is 3 cost or something. Beautiful, we just wasted a Flash Bomb.
No. He's a peddler, not a meddler.
The men are here. I think I would slightly lose to a development on, like, of the Peddler here. They're aftershocking my guy. The men are getting aftershocked.
So true. Inspirational.
And now if we trade and it just happens to hit the flash bomb, like, sure, but you're not even doing that, are you? So, okay. I feel like that does not harm me.
You're none too upset about this. Turn it around.
Oh! Well, he already got his value anyway. He's just a body. So let's play a body that matches that body.
Yeah, you can trade units. You're none too pissed about that if that's the case.
Okay. So eventually we're gonna have to make sure this, like, Sting Officer doesn't threaten us too. I don't want to play Forge Chief before the flash bombs come out. That's not wise. Okay, we have a formula. We also have a buffed up production surge. That progresses Albus. I don't have any kill spells. I don't want to lose my Soul Harvest, I suppose? Yeah, hold on, that's actually... Because worst case scenario is we both pass and... Like, the word... I want to pressure them to play one of their value engines here. Not exactly the one I was hoping for, but it does tap them under anything that actually matters, so I'm going to play my production surge beat down. But...
Good call.
That one's funny. I'm going to swing with everything, because no matter what, even if they do, like, even if I do have to spend 2 units on this guy, I only played 1 card, and so it's...
Excuse you.
acceptable. They're choosing to lose their Sting Officer now, which I think that's a little bit of a weird decision on their part.
Yeah.
But they're trading it for a big unit, so I think, well, they just perceive that to have high value, and it doesn't have no value. So
1,000 mushroom clouds in hand. What?
okay,
Oh, I'm a mushroom clown. Oh my god.
and there it is. That's what we've been waiting for.
Epic. Goodbye. Murder.
And they're gonna try to get all his value anyway right now, but... Yeah. I hate this card. Go away! Stop it!
He's a bit of a bastard.
How many flash bombs? 3. Jace can come out. I'll be fine with that. Wait, is it just Jason to Albus into Dub? Is that just...
How much is he dealing? 5.
Stealing 5, and I have a Mystic in hand.
Yeah.
And Albus pulls Jace, which is a Shock Blast.
Tested.
Could have played for... Did I miss another formula play? Ah! I do need to watch for those, don't I? Yeah. I mean, it would have lost me this particular line, though. But you are right that I didn't even consider the line before I did this, right? Okay, so, wait, isn't it... Okay, I would lose to a Mystic Shot if I were to Jace into... Okay, because I don't need to rush this. I was just looking to see if there was an unbeatable lethal where I just open attack here and I have a Mystic Shot heavy hand. But if I do have the Mystic Shot heavy hand, then there's no need to rush it and just expose myself to more interaction. So let's play Albus.
Mind is nothing without means.
And means are nothing without.
They would have to put her at the... Which you still beat, obviously, next turn.
Well, it would expose me to too many shrooms if they were capable of removing Jace, is the issue. So I don't think it's unbeatable at all if I were to open attack.
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
Yeah, that was really funny. I mean, this is another just refuse to challenge. Don't elaborate.
Easy does it.
Yeah, don't elaborate.
Oh,
they're
you
hoping.
conniving...
They're praying, but they're not.
They're
gonna
praying.
get that. There's no chance they get that.
What are the odds of that?
That's funny.
Okay, so I am relearning how to just slow down, which is nice, because, like, you know, as a control player, it's kind of weird that I wasn't slowing down. Right? Like,
A little bit, not gonna lie.
I don't know what happened to me. I used to be a very slow player. Actually, I used to be too slow. That's the issue. I was too slow. And now I've, like, swung around to the other extreme. What can I say about... What can I learn from that game, right? Forgot to check formula line again, even though I probably would not have opted into it.
Forgot to arg.
I forgot to arg. I forgot to check. I mean, forgetting to check is bad, right? Because if that line had been better, then I wouldn't have known, so...
Yeah.
And in this case, because it locked me out of Jace to Albus, then nah, but... Wow, now that I... It's amazing what having a deck that you like and understand does for your early season experience. Like...
That's crazy. You're
Wow.
lying.
What a... That's new. Aatrox Jack. Okay.
Oh, Trunks chat. Real.
So the Aatrox package, his intention is just to play a bunch of equipment and to have, like, units that are outside of removal range that play the board very well. Very honest mid-range, right? Jack is kind of doing... I mean, I guess Jack is kind of doing the same, right? So this becomes a game about surviving and then generating... I mean, so I'm going to keep Heimerdinger because I think I can kind of grade that out. Yeah, because this is going to be a game where I can only really win it by finding an opportunity to get Heimerdinger out, right? I want to play the board more specifically. Yeah, I want to... Okay, so I didn't end up finding it. But the Soul Harvest, I don't know what units are going to be in here.
Let's get to work.
Forge Chief on 1 is really nice to have. Shell Shock him. An honorable handshake.
So true.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, this feels grindy. This feels very defensive. I will play it as oh, Heimer formula hand. Yo.
Epic.
Found one.
Coral Crate. Oh, wait, they're playing such value-oriented cards here. And then they don't have any cheap equipment to... Okay, so hang on. What are the likely equipments in this deck? Because people still run Aegis and Aatrox lists, right?
Yeah. Barnacles will be one of them.
Barnacles for sure, yeah. And Barnacles is +1/1?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, the coral creatures will not be high value anymore. It's already gotten its value. We're just concerned about its body now. Bit tragic here. A production surge feels hasty, but if they were to, if they were to pass, then I develop... Okay, yeah, pass is okay. Pass is okay here. Because the consequences of pass are fine. They're trying to turbo level Jack with, like, the Nami package. Just kidding. Yeah, so... Okay, yeah, because I was gonna just production search, but do we not? Yeah, maybe it is like value formula. But the problem, okay, is because you don't have any direct, immediate interaction, because it's not Demacia. There's not gonna be cataclysms or anything. Aatrox just gives access to the Darken. Worst case is like, what is it, like the list or something to kill Heimerdinger, but like that still gives me the time to respond with. I'm just concerned about spending my formula too early, right? I need something to generate the floor being. Oh, but we have second Heimer. Yeah, let's play formula. Gives me another production surge, okay, and then we're just gonna pass. Worst case, I'm taking 3 until they develop something, and I can Mystic something, and... Yeah. They may have prize fights. Darken Lodestone, which is... Grant my supported ally +1/1. Well... And that's a grant. Well. And that cost how much, and you cannot replay it? Is this... Okay, because, yeah, they're probably not going to have a lot of small followers then, and this doesn't hit their champion, so maybe it is a Soul Harvest time? Like... Just to make it really obnoxious to play with their... Because they're going to have to replay that if they want to use it. And we have to play around Jack's spell. What's it called? Because they... Jack's spell can be risky venture. Can it be main decked? It can't!
Yeah.
Wait, this specific one can't. But
yeah,
it's because it's Jack's risky venture, right? So risky venture is also like their mystic shot, right? So you're replaying Lodestone, and I'm not concerned about taking 3 right now. Jack could come out. Oh, I'm tapped under Vengeance, though. If Jack comes out, I Mystic Shots. Alternatively...
True.
Not letting them get the chance of replaying, so we can't draw Aatrox. Okay, so yeah, it is Jack. Which does mean we're gonna accept Jack is dealing 4 to me, which is not a bad amount for beatdown here. Jack is dealing 5 to me, which is not a bad amount. Wait, why Bloodletters on Jack?
I'm guessing they're just gonna swap that for another one, honestly.
Yeah, there's the coin. He's so fucking scary. Okay. So, what I would love to do is to play Heimerdinger here, and so I could Vengeance Jack on his attack, which I know is going to create a Dark Enthrall, but it's... If I played Heimerdinger here, he would be not vulnerable to Risky Venture yet. He would be vulnerable to... Guys, I think I just kind of have to see what this deck does, and I think I'm gonna take this line, even if it loses me the game, because I'd like to just see what this does. Right. I'd like to just get exposed to the cards that could blow me out. They played... That was a lodestone. Oh, huge! Huge! They're using
man,
Eye
I
of
love it.
Nagake Boros into... Okay, hang on.
Kill someone.
So... Man, I can no longer Mystic Shot that. Okay, so either way, Jack is here. I think I take 3. I think that's okay. We wait for some interaction here, maybe. Like, I mean, because I'm not seeing any immediate value out of the Mystic Shot. Like, I know I could maybe, like, if I were to Mystic Heimer block that, then we expose ourselves to Risky Venture again. I keep seeing Prize Fight. I need to... Can somebody please remind me what Prize Fight does or is? Like...
My most
1 mana with water, fast speed, an ally and an enemy strike
Heavy
each
metal.
other. They cannot die from this strike.
Oh! It's... Yeah, that... Okay, so that's a brand new one. That's a brand new one.
Yeah.
Single combat, but they can't die. Yep. Okay, so we get hit by a heavy metal, which is okay. Wait, I should have played Forge Chief then, if... Yeah, because now if Forge Chief does strike, then... Okay, well, we can take a soft pass. We can take a soft pass in Forge. Actually, if I were to... No, we can take a full pass, can't we? It's my attack token. We can take a full pass here, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And it would be not bad to offensively Vengeance into another champion played out.
All that lives, I will end.
I wish I had Hexpliterator. It would be really funny if I did. World Ender is now available, so now I will Vengeance so I can gain access to my Floor Beyond. And hopefully pull out another Heavy Metal or another Risky Venture or something like that. I'm going to also play out the Forge Chief to use as a blocker into the Tentacle. I think I will probably swing with the Forge Chief and see if they're willing to... Yeah, I'm actually going to swing with the Forge Chief and see if they're willing to...
Progress happen.
Oh, auto-equip the Darkened Blade. Maybe I want that alive, do I? Do I want this alive? Aatrox can't just... Because auto-equip... But does auto-equip pull it off of another unit?
Yes.
Yes, so... Okay, so doesn't matter if I leave this alive. Like, it would just...
Correct.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna swing with both then. Okay. Okay, we get some extra value. Nice.
Okay.
And they were unable to deal with my Floor Beyond. Steam!
We are in the...
Okay, so... I don't know how exactly I'm going to deal with Aatrox. But I can just chump block him for right now. I mean, they're tapped under... I mean, he's not flipped. So they can't, like, abruptly throw, like, Harazi at me or Zolani at me. So, with what is in my hand and what is available to me... And now Aatrox would lose interaction, so... And yes, there's a lodestone on that now. Okay, beautiful. Awesome! I just won on the board!
Well played.
Okay, so I'm going to, in this case, write down, like...
calculated.
Aatrox... Actually, I'm just gonna... That's Jack Aatrox. That's a win. I'm going to, like, write down that there is a study to be done, and I'm going to say... it is absolutely essential that I get acquainted with the new Jack and set cards ASAP. These are very good combat tricks and removal tools. So yeah, that's Jack cards are necessary.
Cool.
And again, thank you for giving me the space that I need to like work it out for me. This season already, like just in terms of mental, in terms of learning, in terms of like just focus as a whole, way better start than the last season.
Which is great to hear.
Yeah. Are you on your own climb right now, or?
I'm not on my own climb. I'm messing around a little bit with Path of Champions, which I continuously take breaks from for playing for a week, and then I don't touch it again for another like month.
It's like, hey, that's like my Sims 3 experience. Like binge it for 3 days and then it's gone for my first Samira deck. Okay, so
Oh, lovely.
okay, this one I need a lot of help in. So Samira is this combo? Is this aggro? Is it like, I know she's aggressive, I just don't know like what
Paired with
style of.
Fizz.
Sorry?
She's paired with Fizz.
She's paired with Fizz and yeah, exactly.
Then yeah, you're likely looking at an aggro deck here.
They win turn 5 sometimes. Oh god, okay,
Yeah, it's a racist.
Ah, my hand has Albus Double Jace! Oh no! Okay,
Enjoy this game. Have fun. Smile. Oh, they had nothing on one.
no, hold on, let's not top right. I haven't seen Samira yet. How do you already have Master Hits? I guess it doesn't take
I
much to get.
excel at making heads turn and roll.
Okay, so Samira herself being here yet isn't just already. It's not that bad. I kind of want to Reggie into Aftershock Samira. I don't want to. I mean, because this is the 6-cost Brain Rot now. In these matchups, we can't have the 6-cost Brain Rot. So Eradication.
Oh yeah.
Huge pull.
So, turn 4, they're gonna try and develop, and you just need to be able to eradicate on 4 more than likely.
Yep.
Which is great because they had the slow start too, so now they're gonna like try and turbo out a million cards afterwards, probably.
Okay, so I need to bank to get my Eradication online, so I don't do anything here.
So pretty.
Okay. So I just need to pick the moment that makes the most sense for this. Theo. We need to play the odds. Okay, Flare is committed.
So it's gonna be a dashing dandy.
My kind
No,
of
now
girl.
we can add.
Gorgeous and deadly.
Okay.
I wish there was a soft pass, but there isn't. It's a bit spooky.
I can't anticipate that they'll greed enough to make this work. And Flare is the... Yeah, Flare is this one where it's, deal one to the enemy nexus or give an ally challenger this round. She creates those on summon or strike. Okay. I have to commit it now, I think. I know they still have 3. I know they probably were going to try to develop more, but... Oh, that's a blowout.
The brother spawn.
That was Brother Spawned.
I haven't actually seen that in this deck. Yeah, that's illegal.
That's a blowout.
These arena types look showy.
Oh, that's a blowout.
That is the game.
No problem.
I'm at 3 health on turn 5.
Hmm.
Or turn 4, actually. Well, shit, for one.
Unethical.
I mean, they're just gonna develop beyond what I can handle, so...
I think I revoke my previous statement that you should tech in eradication to the Samira matchup. Just a thought.
How am I feeling about cutting some stuff for overgrowth, by the way? So that's the toss, like, drain thing, right? Hey, what is that?
Yeah.
Beautiful and brutal.
Okay, this
Just how I
level
like
of
it.
animation is so good, though.
That level of animation fucking slaps.
Absolutely slaps. Hey, what was that card? Barbed chain. Plummet, draw
Barbed
two.
chain.
Oh, it's a draw card. It's kind of cool. Well, if they don't block with Samira and I attack to Finn, then I lose, so I'll take the Endrad. Shit. Oh boy, stylish shot. Oh boy.
Oh. Ouch play.
Guys, I think I can play this game still.
I hope he doesn't hit you with the warning shot.
So all out is an amazing combat trick. Plunder, give it +2/+2. Oh my god, it's so good.
Scalp her for a smack you.
Well, I lose either way, so may as well just pray, right? We pray. It's all out.
No.
Want to prove
Yeah.
yourself?
You
Now's
could
your
have
chance.
double.
It could have been anything.
When can you
Oh
listen?
my goodness.
I will say I was not expecting a brother spawn.
So I'm not like, this is one of those things where it's like, I don't know what happened. The old me would have been like immediate panic study, like for 3 hours and write an essay. But the new me just wrote down, I got blown out by this line. This is the line that killed me. I will need some more experience to really see like what options I have into that deck, right? So
Yeah.
that's all I wrote. That's all I wrote. We're fine with
That is
that.
all he wrote.
Jack set. Okay. Jack set. I mean, it's so weird how these two are like value beatdown. Like,
Yeah, it's fucked up.
one cost to increase attack by 3. Yeah, there could have been a lot. We didn't play around it. So like, I've got to figure out what these do too. Like, is it greedy to take Heimerdinger in a matchup that's going to full beat me down? I mean, we did that in the Aatrox and it won me the game. If I can control stuff reliably early. That's my one of Forge of Tomorrow. Here, actually, remind me after this game to look into Overgrowth a little more.
Sure thing.
Soul Harvest, actually,
Remember, we're the ones who make
not going to hit
progress happen.
either of them, right? Yeah.
Watch your backs.
Wow, they have excellent stats.
Big man.
My Jack especially. Wow.
Big fucking dude.
Pocket Picker, Last Breath, create a coin. That's a really funny card. Kind of funny how I mulliganed away my Forge, and I drew my Forge, and I have one Forge. I mean, my...
We're working here.
I may as well, right?
Seems legit.
Let's go, people!
I guess technically she didn't get any more value because I wasn't going to make a play on 2. Well, I'm not going to play a 6 on 3. I think we play Reggie and then Forge next turn, end up curving that way. A Shock Blast is actually huge. Maybe a Dawning Shadow would have been better, but it's highly likely I pull Hex Obliterator or a Vengeance anyway, right? So we play Forge, which gives me a man. I didn't know she was working here. That's crazy. Mad Ol' Babs. When you refill mana, grant me plus
she
1.
will never be working here.
Hey, I'm working here. Hey.
Hey,
Is
bada bing, bada
this
boom.
a unit worth harvesting? What else is gonna be here, right?
They have a coin, right? Yeah. Okay. That coin will jump Babs up to 2. She's kind of like can be chump blocked forever. Dies to 3/3.
Dies to 1 man. And she's not going to get persistent value. But like,
to 1 man.
Is anything else getting? I'm asking a question that I cannot possibly know the answer to, so I'm gonna find out. All right. And
good choice.
God be king with that breaking a few bones.
So brash means 3 or less, right? Yeah, 3 or more health. So actually, the Forge Worker can block Jack. It does now mean, I'm going to use my Shock Blast to kill Babs, hit Jack, force them to use some form of interaction if they want to keep him alive, drain their hand while progressing my own win condition. That's what I'm going to do.
Makes sense.
Remember, we have to play around tap out. Tap out is like the big one. Jack should not want to attack on this turn, unless there is a combat trick, and if there is, we will force them to use it. Risky venture. Okay.
Knuckle! Hold on!
Jack will not want to attack here.
Time to get
bloody. What?
Scarper for a smack you.
So that's a second Jack hand read, right?
One more.
Presumably. I can't see another reason for that.
Okay. Oh, a Heimerdinger play feels so bad here with this hand, but like...
Heimer into what?
Their hand was worse!
Oh, so true. Inspirational. Wow, that's fucking bizarre.
What?
Well played, I guess.
I did it! Hooray!
True.
I deserved that! Okay, what can I write about that game?
Better play.
Okay, had a Shock Blast line that limited Jack's attack. Actually, I'm not gonna write that down. I'm gonna write, recognize when removal would work, but board play is more efficient. That's the, what's her face? The Quinn woman. Babs, yep. That's a better player moment right there. Like, what can I say? I'm just a better player. Like, Jack's out again. So if it's Jack's head again, and again we're enduring beatdown, and like our strategy last time was like just get unit, play unit. Actually, Hex Obliterator is kind of gigantic in a champion-based deck, right? Could lose to Mocho, could lose to Pit Fight. Not Pit Fight, Tap Out. I don't know what's Pit Fight? Is that a card?
Pit fight does not exist. You're thinking prize fight, probably.
Prize fight. I'm thinking. I mixed up everything, and I think sets passive in League is like pit grid or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah. You're right.
I'm going to end up mulling. I mean, because you're a 4. Yeah, I'm going to end up mulling this way because I'm never playing that production surge on 3. And this is a better curve, and oh, it's a lovely curve. That. Oh, it's a beautiful hand.
Get to work.
Big dub. Don't get parlayed challenge. Okay. No.
Don't get parlayed
Go, people.
challenge. It's so weird to see like so much Bilgewater because of Jack.
Jack the man.
Nexus Strike, create a coin. That's the type of card that would actually be worth using Soul Harvest on.
Yes. I think using Soul Harvest on that guy is a big dub, as a matter of fact.
Because that's a persistent value engine that I can't deal with on the board. So, set is distracting. Look at him. Oh my god. I'm choosing to play it out like this as a soft pass, and even though I probably intend to play Reggie, just
Keep it up.
watch as they have Make It Rain for some reason. I'll take a Vengeance, thank you very much.
Shut up when I can't.
I think this is a pretty cool hand, don't you think?
So true.
Well, how did we get here? Well, it severely reduces the complexity of everything I'm gonna do, so...
Sometimes there's just a better player that deserves the win in the game.
Well, my hand is... Oh my god, it's a Heimerdinger. My hand is also telling me to do this and see if it's safe to play the Heimerdinger.
Let's go, people.
I think we can actually force our enemy to FF if that... Okay, that's not Jack. Create a coin. They can create 1 mana. That's fine. I'll play Heimerdinger. That gets us our Floor Begone next. Vengeance. If that were Jack or Set, then obviously I would Vengeance right now, but... Actually, I wouldn't have to. It would be the same line, now that I think about it. We have 8. We cannot play a Forge of Tomorrow. Alright. Now, this could be a recall. There's probably a recall. But I got my Floor Begone value anyway. There is not a recall. There's no tap out here. I would have been completely fine if you tapped out, to be honest. Okay, so now we're getting some, like, persistent Barnacles value, which is a little bit annoying, but... Oh, especially since I can't actually block that unless it was Heimerdinger. There's a heavy metal, that's fine. It seems we're just going to take 4 to the face, but I'm okay with that.
Shaken or stirred.
That's for Brash. Well, low-key, this is kind of just nuts at this point, isn't it? Yeah.
Large men, large men.
Large men, large men, large men.
A big boy.
Another mixologist. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna try to pull out another heavy metal or another... I've forgotten the name of Jack's card again, but I'll get them. They're new. Nope. Risky Venture. Yep, thank you.
Kisses.
Okay, so you know what? There's actually very little value in swinging with any of my men because they all get outstatted. So instead, what I'm going to do is just attack with you and use them as blockers. Even though I'm wider on the board. I don't know if that's for sure the best decision.
Something for your nerves, boss.
Nah, wouldn't want to miss a second of the action.
Big man on the blow.
A man? The bigger man!
No, not the man.
Not the Ultra Man. Create a set in your deck. Wait, that's Set's Facebreaker. They just committed their set.
And now they lose their set.
And now they lose their set.
And they can't attack because you just chump block and then play better units that will kill them.
Hit them with the old one too.
Bam! Facebreaker's kind of cool. Creates a coin. They spent their coins on that, so... Yeah.
Retake these.
Calculated.
Okay. Jack's set is threatening with high stat units, but they don't seem to be fast. Mull for Vengeance or Hex Obliterator. That's my impression so far. They don't seem to be very fast when those two are together, right? I mean, Vengeance is obviously the better one to have. And obviously that was a very extreme high roll.
True.
Needless to say, but I mean, I still think I learned something off of it. So, what time is it? We're approaching 11 o'clock, and I feel healthy. I feel like I'm competing appropriately and learning appropriately, and that implies to me that it's a very good night to attempt to fix my sleep schedule. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm probably going to go for another half hour. I'm going to end it off for the night. I will very likely play again either tomorrow or... Actually, what's today? Is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah. So I will very likely play again either tomorrow or Friday. What am I playing? It's Caitlyn Teemo again, so we are definitely wanting... I mean, we're wanting our Shock Blast. We don't really care about Hex Obliterator here. Yeah, I mean, neither have I. I've been going to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Fortunately, it doesn't interfere with any of my responsibilities. It just makes me feel bad, so... Yeah, hit my production surge. Do it. Hit my production surge. I dare you. Come on. Come on. Why are they taking so long on this decision? Yeah.
There we go.
I think they were trying to figure out what the interaction was.
Yeah.
It's like, but what if I do that? What if I do hit the production surge? What would happen? Okay, so that tells me no Teemo in hand, which, if I don't really have a... Puffcat Peddler on 3. I mean, the opener is weird. It's gonna be sad Shellfolk got rotated. Yeah. So much rotation.
I think you might be the only person upset that fucking Shellfolk is getting rotated, though. Sorry. Not sorry.
If I were to... Okay, so if I were to play my production search, I would then be unable to answer Teemo. I'd be unable to answer a Puffcat Peddler. Wait, I can answer Puffcat Peddler. Okay, I'm going to pass. If they pass back, the outcome is not bad at all. Okay, that's kind of awesome, isn't it?
If I were a rich man.
And I know that's my best answer to the Puffcat Peddler, but Puffcat Peddler is kind of hard to remove before it gets value, but I guess they're not, like, using the combo, are they? So Caitlyn's gone. They haven't generated, like, the same early units that the last guy had. Hextech Handler into the big 4/4 is a really... Okay, they're fishing. They are desperately looking for a play. So, in that case, I can match value and I can play Reggie here, because I don't need to play my Hextech Handler for... Oh, wait, but do I intend to... No, because I want to play Heimerdinger after that, then, don't I? Yeah, I want to play Reggie, bank my mana, see what's necessary. Harrowing, Utter Devastation, Dawning Shot. I mean, they're not... I mean, this is Discount Vengeance, so I will take the Discount Vengeance, I think, because I can't imagine... I can't imagine them being higher on the board than me. Utter Devastation's hard to play. They're not a very giga mid-range... Yeah, it's Dawning Shadow.
If it's a people problem, I'm your man.
Reporting in.
Kill. Goodbye. Stomp on the rat.
And Reggie's not going to get more offensive value than saving my health, so there we go.
Farewell, Reggie.
Bye-bye, Reggie. You served us very well. You were an awesome card who I want to play all the time. Okay, so Heimerdinger taps me under Soul Harvest, and so I must simply wait. You go first. Little sucky, but yeah, I guess in that case I will play Heimer.
Yeah.
There's nothing to remove, so I'll play my own engine. Oh no, Darian! An Otterpuss! Shit! Please don't hit my assembly line again. Please don't hit my assembly line again.
I think these options are both just a bit mean.
Ah, okay, 5 cost Hextech Handler. That's really not good. So, obviously, I would like to Hexobliterate something, but I would also like to... Really? That's actually high pressure onto me, isn't it?
You will, if you're willing to take the 6 damage, you will level Heimerdinger. I don't know if leveling Heimerdinger this turn is like the ultra priority, but you can do that.
I've seen you summon 12 plus. Okay, so leveling Heimerdinger would be on Production Surge, right? But it would also mean that they, I mean, I'm not going to be able to interrupt their Mushroom Cloud on the value engine value anyway. If they play Puffcat Peddler, I can't Soul Harvest it fast enough to deal with these Mushroom Clouds. So I suppose why not, right? Like, because that's the line we just discovered last time. Then and this
try some turret beatdown.
we try some turret beatdown. Why not? Watch as it gives me a Florbegon. Formula.
Argagarg.
That's fair, I suppose. Argagarg. Sponge Boy me Bob.
Oh, he doesn't have a peddler.
Cool. Okay. I'm actually really shocked they used that before the value engines came out. So yeah, I guess that was a good line. Okay, so that's results based to say that, but Rocket Blaster. Actually, kind of based here. Oh, I got pie tossed. Wait, we got pie tossed when a Flurbegon's coming? Okay. I mean, your funeral.
Round and round and advancing collective knowledge!
Do you remember what pie toss does?
Oh shit! Wait a minute. Wait, but it's slow. It's slow. I'm open attacking. I'm open attacking. I'm open attacking. we gotta open attack to get value out of our.
You can increase its health.
To 1? Oh, it's 1 down. I thought it was deal 2. Ah. Okay, no, I mean, that's just a failure to understand what this card does. I thought it was deal 2 to anything. I thought it was like the upgrade thing. I forgot that it's actually the exact same card, but
Perilous
worse.
Pastry is like so much worse than Pie Toss. It's really funny. Because this guy's just trinket trading nothing. Average Vandal player. He's gonna play like 50 cards until he passes out from too much.
Yeah, but had I buffed this rather than just taking its value, then I would be unable to like use the rest of my reactive tools, and I kind of don't like that.
Okay, that's fair. If you didn't want to. He generated another pie toss.
It's another pie toss. There's so many pastries in hand now. My turrets. Okay, well now I have to play Hextech Handler later. Wait, what?
I think
this keeps me tapped above Soul Harvest. I think it would be okay to play this out.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't keep me tapped above Hexobliterator, but nothing. Yeah, okay.
Not by a long shot.
That's fine. I really, really don't mind. I'm gonna now play the Forge Chief.
Let's get to work.
Yeah. Caitlyn still dies before striking.
I mean, because I can Hexobliterate her. I can't daunt. Yeah, I think I would have to.
You can
Hexobliterate.
Aftershock, you can Hexobliterate, you can like do anything to this guy.
It just depends on whether they open attack or not. If they do open attack, my only anti-Caitlyn is Hexobliterator, but it's not like they have a bunch of fat units anyway. Nope! Okay, how much do I have? I have...
You have enough to kill both.
Yeah, because Soul Harvest is my best line here. I was looking, I'm like, do I need Aftershock here if I was doing this, that? And then I'm like, okay, Soul Harvest is best line.
Immediate
Into this.
Soul Harvest. Nice.
Because this is what I was keeping for you, right? So I don't know why I had to think about that for so long. There's gonna be a card coming out. Quicken!
Oh.
From Conchologist!
Yeah, you're bad. Loser. Skill issue.
I'm really getting skill issued. Oh,
And it's
shit.
fine, because they drop it again and then he dies. So, like, you're really not too pressed.
Okay, but do I have to be concerned about Caitlyn at all, or? Because,
You
like,
won't be
okay,
able to
yes,
kill
they drop it again and it dies. I mean, that's what's really driving. Caitlyn will plant 2 flash bombs. I can tolerate Caitlyn planting 2 flash bombs. I can tolerate Caitlyn getting a little bit of value, I think. Let me just think, because, like, is it...
Also, if you do the Aftershock line, A, you save the more flexible Explorator for later, B, you actually generate more chump blockers for their attack token here. Which is nice.
Right.
If they don't replay the Peddler, then it makes your life a lot easier, because you don't have to choose.
Yeah, then I just know the line. But then I also have to... Oh, they're not.
Soft
What?
Wait, what? Okay.
Okay, so they're tapped
Weird.
under Peddler. This gets me a Floor Begone.
That does get you a Floor Begone. A 7-2 Floor Begone. An 8-3 Floor Begone, actually.
I'm kind of happy to get a Floor Begone.
It's a fucking huge Floor Begone.
Right, because nothing else they can play actually matters for me. That's a huge Floor Begone.
Yeah.
You know, they would kill this deck immediately by, like, swapping Floor Begone and Armored Stomper.
Yeah.
It's smaller than the diagram.
That's the funny thing about Heimerdinger. If they ever want to kill the champ, like, it's really easy. No, not the pastry.
Not my Forge Chief, the pastry, man! The pastry!
Round and round and round it
Perilous
goes.
variety.
I just realized, like, why so many people in your house must be asleep if you're... And now they don't even want to use the attack token.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I am not pressed for speed. I don't want to swing with the Heimer either.
There's a universe where you do 3 elusive turrets.
3 elusive turn. Oh my god, you're trying to transmogulate. But then I have no aftershock. Oh, but you're trying to OTK someone. Okay, what's the interaction to the OTK?
I'm not saying you have to or should. I'm saying you can, and it only really uses to get excited or 2 spells.
But Get Excited's rotated.
Oh. Yeah, like their options are
Engines
not.
don't determine
They don't have
themselves.
many options. Or Hexplorator. Like they could Hexplorate and then you would only have 1 for it. But I think this is just the most hysterical thing. Ooh. No.
This is dumb and this cannot be correct play, but... It is aligned to lethal and they have to deal with it.
I will say, doing it on the 1 health guy when he might drop flash bombs is a bit
They don't have flash
Okay.
bombs.
Technology so
Oh,
brilliant,
never mind,
it
it's
must be
fine.
mine.
You're right,
Yeah, that
you're
should
right.
be-
I exposed myself to too much interaction. That's it. I just... There's too many...
Be gone.
You ain't got no floor.
Oh, but he still loses. He still got the lethal.
You've heard of no bitches, now may I introduce no floors.
Invention to date.
Wait, do you actually?
What? On 0?
What? The fuck? It's a production surge.
Wait, that actually created something?
Just 1.21
Except he has 3
gigahertz.
blockers anyway.
I concur.
Oh, you have 4 units. Never mind, I'm trolling. Okay, so he did save the game there. He looked
Right, but it
on.
takes like a Mystic Shot top deck for this.
It takes literally anything for you to win this game. Like you.
I could pull Shock Blast, I could pull Mystic Shot, I could pull like I mean, we can even see what we get from Reggie next turn. Like,
Yeah, Reginald's my good man.
this line was so funny.
Okay, we're just getting the sauce now. Don't
We got it. I
play-
mean, we do have to take it
Don't
quickly.
play, yeah, Poggers Day.
I don't play Poggers Day. I promise I will. I solemnly swear I will not play Poggers Day. Chad, I'm gonna play Poggers Day. Watch this.
No. I'll give you the nuttiest line to 3 M's. Okay, actually, no. Keep puff caps in your back. If you drew all of them on Poggers Day, that would be really sad.
I have something very special planned.
Wait, no, you don't care.
Oh,
Yeah. The odds of that were so low. Alright, let's see what you get. I think
It's
she
an
did.
awesome day
Give him
for
a good
progress.
suck.
I do love sucking.
Question mark emoji? Mia picking? Hello?
Wait, one to anything. Please use the pastry on your own Nexus as an FF.
Oh, that would be so good.
Please, 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 please. Oh, on mine. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, they're trying to burn me down to puff cap lethal.
Oh, little do they
But that's
know.
all in the top 5. So there's not any puff caps coming in the next 5 turns. And little do they know. Wait, why did... Oh, it's cost... I get another floor. There's a little too much floor in my vicinity.
Groundbreaking invention to date. Their demise.
There's too much of a floor here. I want it gone. Fuck you. Stop it. You
Wait,
know
wait,
there's
wait,
no
wait.
traps
Oh,
there.
You should have played Poggers Day to be on them.
What? Wait, how is that possible?
What?
The floor gone. Okay, so what did I learn about Caitlyn Timo?
They are susceptible to floor removal.
The floor removal.
I would call that a floor reliant deck. That's like Demacia midrange too. Demacia midrange is a floor reliant deck, so if you just hit
You
him
just
with
remove the floor, then what can they do?
yeah, like what are they gonna do about it?
If
No,
the
the
floor
elites,
do be
they have
gone.
they have nothing to stand on. If the floor do be gone.
Okay, Did we have any turns where I was like concerned about my play? None that I can think of off the top of my head. And you know, we can always learn something from over reviewing it, but we're gonna kind of let it be. Okay, passing really effective into this deck because they must play out their value engines to do anything. That's actually a real takeaway, right? That's a good one. Prisma, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate it. Did your series go well? Did it go okay? Is everything all right? We're also having some frame drops, so maybe I'm just gonna run a speed test in the background.
Size of in threat? I saw like
Yes.
like her status changed. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she was playing. I'm gonna have to delete some of these old decks. Maybe we'll find some way to archive them. Like the battering ram Soraka Vlad. That deck is vintage. I can't just lose that. 1-2. Damn. Sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're satisfied with your play. I'm glad. Oh, hang on. I want to cancel my speed test because... Oh, upgrade to claim? Okay, nothing to claim. Nothing to claim. I know I said I'd go for another half hour, but like, you know, that feels like a really satisfying end point. I have some decks to keep exploring. I'm very thankful that day 1 of the new season is like reasonably stable, where it's like, yes, everyone's testing Jack, and people seem to be very high on Caitlyn Timo. And Those are like, and then there's also Samira, but like that's very clear things for me to explore going forward. So I mean, I've gotten this quest, right? That's not it. I've gotten like the summon units quest that I had, right?
I think you've summoned 24 units. Yeah, I would say that's happened.
It has happened, yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna play for my quest. I'm just gonna build up my collection. I'm gonna like play those decks and like experiment with them a little bit off stream, so I can like run some scrims and really learn what they do. But like I'm satisfied. I was concerned going into this it'd be a lot of random wacky things, but it's shockingly stable for an early season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Darian, thank you so much for helping me. Really appreciate it. I have the tools in place where I shouldn't have to bother you all the time over this season.
If you've gone up against a deck and you're like unfamiliar with it and Sai's not available, I would be happy to step in, but I appreciate that you have someone that can be, you know, the consistent one in that regard.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, I think I removed 20 more floors. We've removed so many floors. Yep, okay, climb going well. We're gonna speed back to my old peak, and we're going to really start grinding at that point. See if this new system of like VOD reviewing when appropriate, when things just don't feel right. Yeah, I will VOD review when I have a specific question, or I will VOD review when I am unable to generate a takeaway for that game. Those are the conditions. We have conditions. I can now gain experience without panicking that I'm missing info. We're blending the styles of like analytical versus intuitive learning like together. Like, it's going awesome. All right, so that's all. Again, I'll be here again either tomorrow, Friday, something like that. I'm not doing a lot of content like for this week, like the YouTube slowed down, all that, but like lore continues solely because this is like the most helpful thing for my psyche right now. So yeah, that's all. Don't forget to love yourselves, respect each other. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
That's my ending.
You took it from me. How dare you? The audacity.
You have recently.
The audacity.
Alright, chat.
Bye-bye,
Love
everyone.
you. Have a good one.
Yeah, you can VOD review Runeterra. You can VOD review anything you do. You can VOD. I can VOD review myself. Like if I filmed it, I could VOD review myself cleaning my bathroom and look for optimizations. Like. So,
don't give yourself ideas, please.
I'll see you all later. I might do that. Later.
Have a good one, chat.